Last class, I have given some homework to make your financial plan. Is everybody done it? किसने
Yes.
किसने किया है, किसे किसे बाकी है? At least you send an update. It is done. It is pending. So no, I did not get any reply on the group. Okay, so it is done or it is pending. So any issues, that is your homework. So it is pending. So all of you done. I know you all here only for a investment purpose. Like if you don't manage your finances well, the investment has no meaning. Okay. So now one thing, Umesh sir asked the question, where NFO? Okay. Now what is NFO? Anybody can tell me what is NFO?
It's related to pension scheme.
नहीं नहीं.
Sir, it is like a new fund,
Right.
जैसे
Launch.
IPO रहता है
Correct.
वैसे ही when mutual fund launches the new fund, they called it as NFO.
Correct. It is called as new fund offer. Right. Now Umesh sir asked whether it is a good to invest. I usually don't invest in NFOs. The reason is, I wanted to tell you in the meeting WhatsApp only. I said, okay, let me take it a small thing, which is NFO. Now, whenever something new comes, what is the effect? Why I say you don't have to invest? I usually don't invest in NFO. Any idea?
You don't know the future, like it may
Yeah.
go up, may go down. So
Correct.
you can't trace the history here.
Correct. ठीक है. एक disadvantage होगा और what is the other disadvantages? Which is completely new. We don't know about
It's
doing up or
proven
down.
record, like it doesn't have any proven records and all.
Correct. That is the same thing. Like it's a new, you don't have a proven record. Then other than that, so how do you come to know, sir? Umesh sir,
Sir,
how do you come to know
we
that?
we never know about the liquidity in that fund.
Okay,
Suppose we हमने ले लिया and we want to exit, we do not know the exact volume or liquidity. If
चलो,
some fund is being traded, so we can have that data or
sure. That is also one of the area. Next, which you don't know the liquidity, what is the AMU, you don't know.
Initially, there will be volatility.
Not necessarily. Mutual fund में volatility इतनी होती नहीं है, but you don't know volatility. Okay.
Okay.
Now, how do you come to know? Umesh sir, how do you come to know about this NFO?
Like while reading the news and all,
Correct.
I came across this article.
So, the main reason is NFO, when anything comes new, okay, they have to advertise. राइट. आपने कोई भी म्यूचुअल फंड का स्पेसिफिक दिया कि आई वांट टू हैव दिस एनएफओ कमिंग और दिस फंड इज एचडीएफसी मिड कैप इज गुड, योर क्वांटम इज गुड और दिस इज गुड. दे हैव अ सिंगल एड. म्यूचुअल फंड सही है. नो इंडिविजुअल म्यूचुअल फंड एडवर्टाइज देमसेल्फ, राइट. कभी देखा एड कि एचडीएफसी म्यूचुअल फंड में डालो, एचडीएफसी फ्लेक्सी में डालो? Anybody has heard about this? Okay, this is any particular fund is advertising,
No, sir.
but NFO they advertise, right? So initial whenever something comes new, it is usually heavy marketing cost, and all these costs are coming on it, right? Secondly, major advantage is you don't know about the fund, when you don't know the past this thing. They have only one advantage, they can enter in the market, but you never know okay, how they will enter and what kind of investment they will done, right? So they have a prospectus, they look at what is the investment style and all that. So majorly I don't invest because initially you don't know, but at the back end lot of cost is put on the fund, right? Because the initial public offer, that is your new fund offer, so there are certain things are given. There is no hurry, but there are so many mutual funds. Similarly to when we take this, I usually say कि always you should take the minimum criteria. You should have a old company which you have a performance record or something like this. You should invest in that. So that is why I usually don't invest. I don't say it is going to be a good or a bad idea. but there are more than many mutual funds are already available. Okay, maybe the Geo BlackRock will do much better than what exactly others are doing. But let it perform, and then we'll take a call, right? So initially, people think it is because it is available at 10 rupee. It is very good. But then the corpus, it starts only for today, right? For your child or anybody. Suppose I born in 1971. So 1971 के पहले भी बहुत सारी opportunity थी, right? There was a lot of opportunity before 1971 also. Not in terms of investment, or house was very, Reliance BlackRock. वही ना? So Reliance is Jio only.
Yes,
Jio
yes,
only coming,
renamed.
Reliance Jio. Correct?
Yes,
So
yes, renamed.
before that also it was coming, a lot of other opportunities were there, right? The house was available at peanuts price. Okay. At the same time, salary was also very less. Opportunity was very less. Now we are coming into age where there are, when I was born or when I graduated, there was no internet. Okay. My children have a lot of other opportunity. They have everything on the fingertips. So there are different advantages, disadvantages. But does not mean that because it is available at 10 rupees, it is very cheap. And something is available at 200 or 300 rupees, it is expensive, right? They have a track record. And whenever you see, I'll just tell you, I just recently, day before yesterday or after the Dashera, okay, I started account of my daughters. Okay. I'll just show you here. Let me show something to you. See, can you see this? Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
I using Chat GPT. Okay. I have found what are the things what you have. Even to invest, what I done is just see what are the queries I made, right? I just open this. I'll open one more. See, this is recently I've done it 2-3 days ago, right? Now see. Can you see I have what are the queries I have made? I'll just show you. Which are the best small and mid-cap funds, Indian equity mutual fund, which is minimum 5 years of track record and CAGR more than 15%. Correct? This is what I made, right? Can you see top 13%? You got all of this. What you want to select? See, 5 year CAGR. Now, if you put it here, I put it, see. This is again what I made, right? See, what I written, what I put in ChatGPT. Investor is 25 years. She wants to invest monthly rupees 30,000 through monthly SIP 3-4 mutual fund, which good future prospect and handle the top fund managers. Expected CAGR is 20 to 25% over a period of 5 years to 8 years. Kindly suggest, right? Now see what reply they have given. Nice, good goals. I will recommend a practice of 3-4, practical 3-4 fund SIP portfolio, 25-year-old investing 30. So he has taken from my this thing, Horizon, explain why each user show that the suggested house, blah, 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 2025. Now see, important. What is given 20 to 25 reason is ambitious, right? They given a warning earlier. So you are expecting 20 to 25% CAGR. It is ambitious. It is not possible. It says possible for some fund favorable periods, but not guaranteed. Comes with the elevated, especially small gain exposure. Post performance is not promised in the future. Okay, past performance is not future. Considering this is a starting portfolio, you can tweak a little bit certified financial advisor. Correct? ये खुद बता रहा है कि what I'm expecting 25 to 30% is a ambitious return. Correct? Hai? So whenever you're saying, but then also she has suggested कि देखो ये para flexi cap and my portfolio, whatever I've given 30,000, they've given 5, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, depending on what exactly they want. They've given they have put a large cap also. Okay. Although I ask only for what? I ask for small and mid cap, right? Because risk appetite for 25-year-old is much higher than a 50-year-old, right? Why this one complete bullet? Okay, so this is all they've given a detailed description about what exactly you want, what exactly you need. Okay, this is now realistic shape. CAGR advisable, achievable. Some funds have delivered greater than 24 XIR through the long period 10 years SIP. Example analysis list of Parag Parikh and a handful of among the schemes have delivered greater than 20% of SIP over 10 years, but that is past performance, not guarantee. Market as cyclic 5 to 8 years stretch may or may not reproduce those returns. Be prepared for the volatility possible of the negative returns. Got this? So, risk portfolio, right? 6 months expense liquidity exposure is before the aggressive equity SIP. Stay disciplined, continue with the monthly SIP volatility. Don't try to time the market. Okay, review manually. Okay, now what says review annually? You don't have to review every day, correct? Check the fund manager portfolio drift. Okay, performance versus the category, rebalancing the annually and reallocate drift is 5 to 7%. Top up over time. Increase the SIP amount with the salary hike. Okay, tax warning. For the tax warning, consider the ELSS 3 years old lock-in period if you want to higher chance at 20+%. Okay, increasing allocation to mid cap, small cap rises the return of portfolio and the risk. So do gradually. I hope everybody is understanding what I'm trying to do. This is I've done recently for my daughters. Correct? So यहाँ पे उसे पूरा दिया है. You have to read this through and you can get an idea. Correct? I hope everybody is clear now.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct? So NFO, if you want, you can do it. बहुत सारे म्यूचुअल फंड है, राइट? करेक्ट. अंकुर सर ने ऑलरेडी डाल दिया है बहुत सारे म्यूचुअल फंड. ठीक है. So this is you are investing or you are suggesting, sir? Ankur sir.
My investment already, sir. I have already 8 years
ठीक है.
in this, and these are all 15 plus CAGR.
Correct. So averagely you can assume 15%, whatever, if you see calculator where I take 15 to 16% only for the calculation purpose, right? So sometime some of the funds may not be able to give even that return, but on an average you can assume that 15 to 60% is a very safe as per the market goes or the past experience or whatever future we have. It is expected yes, it will give you this kind of return. Okay, I'll give you my experience. Okay, when I started in 2004-5, okay, I was investing 25,000. It is 20 years ago. That means I was around 30 years old, right? When I started this, 33 years. Okay, when I started, because similar case I had. Okay, I had my bank loan, which is my first house I taken, and it was on the fixed rate. It was on a fixed EMI. Okay. Now my because that time price was very less, it was just my 11,000 was my EMI, and I have taken only for 12 years loan. I have not taken 20 years, and that time the full 10-year fixed rate of interest was available. My rate of interest was 7.5 at that time. After that it went 10.5, 11, 11.5 also it went, right? 10.75, 11, 11.25. That rate is again it has come to 7.5. Okay. Now in this 20 years, how the cycle went, initially how everybody feels, right? Even I felt the same thing, loan nahi chahiye. Okay, I don't want a loan. So it was the ICICI bank and my primary account was also ICICI, and I had a fixed rate of interest for the whole tenure. Okay. My EMI was to end in 2016, December. Right? That was 12 years. So I taken in 2004, December, somewhere around October, November, December, and it was ending in 2016. Okay. Now from 2006, 4, 5, I have good increment I shifted my job and everything. I had a good increment. So I went there and I said, and there was the only liability what I had. I had only one daughter at that time. My wife was also doing good. I was also doing good. and we got a good increment. Sometime तो मेरा salary double हो गया था. So then I had got a good inflow, and outflow was only 10,000 rupees. So as everybody says, okay, let's close the loan. Okay, I went to bank. I said, okay, I have, and I made 45,000 also. I think somebody told me कि sir मैंने already पैसा भेजा है, कोई problem नहीं है. Okay, at least loan is reduced, right? Somebody from this only कि I have done the same mistake by paying something offline. नहीं, not you, Vanda ma'am. There's somebody else. Okay, I don't want to quote the name. But they said कि okay, we have paid something good amount of money एज अ प्रिंसिपल अमाउंट. सो मैंने भी 45,000 का डाउन पेमेंट तभी कर दिया था. एक बार मेरे पास आया तो बोला भर दो एक बार, राइट. एंड देव टेकन ऑल्सो. दैट टाइम इट वाज देयर कि यू कैन नॉट फोर क्लोज द लोन. मतलब देयर वाज अ रूल दैट यू कैन नॉट फोर क्लोज द लोन. देयर इज अ 2% पेनल्टी. तो आई सेड के देन आई सेड कि माय ईएमआई बिकॉज 45,000 गया था तो आई रिड्यूस द ईएमआई कि 10,000 हो गया था. 10,200 समथिंग वाज देयर. सो माय 1,000 रुपीज ईएमआई रिड्यूस्ड. Then I went said, okay, ma'am, I want to make it 35,000. So 2 years I'll be able to pay off everything. 2.5 or 3 years I'll be able to pay everything. What she said, sir, it is not possible. Okay, I did all the calculation. I was having this mind. I said, करो लेकिन क्या होता है first house है. Okay, you have never taken such a big loan, and loan was very small. 10.5 lakhs का loan था, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं था. But that time 10.5 lakhs was very huge amount. Okay, and it was the first loan. So my wife also opinion कि यार loan लेके खत्म करो. Okay, finish the loan. Then I went. Okay, I told the lady who was attending me. He said कि sir, 10,000 से you cannot go so far. 3 times you cannot do. 3.5 times. Okay, 35,000 we cannot do. I have to take all the approvals. We had a discussion, ma'am. By the time the 2 years loan was happened already, and she said कि by the time rate was around 8.5% already, or more than 8.5%, and I was already at 7.5%. So she said, कि, okay, ma'am, sir, we have to take an approval from the higher authorities, and it will take a couple of days. So 24 to 72 hours, we'll say. I can try to convince her. I said, ma'am, I have this, I have signed everything. She said, no, we cannot do it. I said that the moment I told her this, ma'am, I was the full, all my calculations says that you should not repay the loan. Okay, because market may interest rate will go up. I said कि now I will not come to you anytime. My loan will get end only in December 2016. What is the tenure? I will not repay a single amount. Okay, from that point only, there is a next lane where the HDFC mutual fund was there. Okay, at that time this online facility was not there. So I taken a form. I filled the form. I given the check for 25,000 there, and my house was also very near it. It was very near by walking distance. So I went home. Okay. I taken a sign of my wife, and I have taken a joint account. Usually my all investment are joint account. Now abhi nahi hai because online it is not possible to have a joint account, but nominees hota hai. I taken a 25,000 within 2 years. My loan and my investment become equal. And why I'm telling you this? I started in somewhere 2007. Okay. 1 year it went very well. 1 year it went very well. Correct. And in 2008 January, .com subprime crisis hit. Okay.
Worst recession.
Worst recession. And the market itself corrected 60%. Market corrected 60%. सोचो तो फंड का क्या मतलब स्टॉक का क्या होगा, right? And because I was studying equity and I was pretty new at that time. मतलब, if you say 20-25 years, it was very new. So I was reading global news and everything. By the time internet was there, not very easily available this time, but since I was in corporate and I had an internet access, घर पे laptop था, internet था, सब कुछ था. ठीक है. Then I was reading, and I read about the recession के what you should invest, where you should, Warren Buffett, everything I've read. I think what is greedy and this thing. From January, somewhere in mid of 2008, I've increased my SIP 6 times, 5 times. What I investing 25,000, I made it 1,25,000. And believe me, till 2009 mid, my portfolio was 40% down. Mutual fund portfolio 40% down, right? Because market has crashed in 2009 mid, it has made a bottom. Now, what has changed? What has changed? Matlab, if you have invested top in January 2008, any stock you take, good fundamentally higher levels, still you would have made 3 times, 4 times, 5 times this time, even the large caps, right? Because market has performed 2008 somewhere around 7,000. Nifty has made 7,000 or 8,000 high. Nifty, it tells in last 16 years or 17 years, Nifty itself has grown 3 times. From 7,500 to it has become 25,000. It is more than 3 times it has already grown. Even if you did 22,500, correct? And it is into 26,000. So almost 3.5 times it has happened. But index itself has grown. Correct. Now on one day, yeah, I don't know how many of you follow politics. In 2009, there was a coalition government and everything. In 2009, when the election result announced, Congress got only 206 seats on their own with the alliances. Okay. 206, which they required 243 for the majority to prove, right? They were short of 35, 40 seats, but still market welcomed it and market hit 2 upper circuits. Market ne upper circuit lagaya 10% and 5% on a single day. Market Reliance or TCS or NT, big thing. They've given a 25 to 30% return in a single day. On a single day. You go and check on 2009, okay, election day, you will find it how much this thing is done. Go on internet and check. In one day, my portfolio become my 40% minus to 40% plus in a single day. And after this house where I'm talking right now, it is based on my mutual fund investments. Okay. When I took the loan of this, okay, my debt was at like here. I have to come up and take a breath. Come up and take a breath. I have a big house. Okay. My hall is only 450 square feet. Okay. When you entered, initial 2 years, I did not have any sofa. It was a plastic chair I was sitting. Okay. Because I kept my house and I've taken this. So all my investment were given. I've taken OD on mutual funds. Okay. All my investment, whatever I done, everything was taken into this. It was a case when HSBC has rejected although mine and my wife, all this, what do you call, rating were very high because not a single check was bounced, not a single dishonor check, nothing, no other dishonoring of any loans or something like that. Very perfect, everything was perfect. And I have history of 8 years of loan repayment. That was also very good. But 2014, 18 or maybe 8 to 9 years, yeah. So then HSBC rejected. Now, why he rejected? Now, can you tell me? My house was around that time quoting around 2.5 to 3 CR before 10 years, but HSBC rejected. And my salary was very good. Okay. But every month, the outflow was 1.4 to 1.5 lakhs every month. Okay. Plus, I have a EMI mutual fund pledging, which also I have to pay around 11 to 12% interest. Okay. So what HSBC said, you don't have a monthly income to service because it is negative inflow. That means my outflow is my salary, everything is less compared to what I'm paying every month, and which is true also, which was true. So that is why, in spite of my loan was 50% of my house value, and I have a very good track record. HSBC did not give my loan. He said, okay, you reduce your debt and then you come to me. Okay, they rejected my this thing. So whenever you say, okay, my house is 8 crores and I'm taking only 2 crore loan, okay, they will not give you, because selling the house or suppose you are unable to pay, subprime crisis was based on this only. They have given a house, the inflation, the rate of the property has increased, and fortunately, we have a cash component here. So we don't pay 100% this thing, and bank also gives 75 to 80% loan. They don't give the 100% financing. US has a different way. They finance 100%, and they finance 100%, like 1 million house or 10 million house. It has become over a period of 1 or 2 or 3 years. It was a boom on property in US. It has become 20 million, double ho gaya, right? And since the market crash, a lot of people were unable to repay, although the rate of interest was very low there. But the market crash, the 20 million house has become 15 million, 18 million, or 12 million. They crash a lot. Now, what happens? Suppose I've taken a loan 1 year ago. What will say? Although we have paid some of the amount, the same property or similar property is available at 40%, 50% discount. So what do you do? You say, I don't want to repay, you take your house. And that is how the Lehman Brothers bankrupt, because they give a lot of loans and everything. So they could not sustain it, right? The 135-year-old company, 135-year-old company, it is said that too big to fail kind of company also got bankrupt. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. There is nothing called as कि you cannot have a very big company, they will not go bankrupt. Okay, that depends on what is the risk appetite they are following, what exactly they are doing, right? So whenever you invest, what you need to do is check the investment profile and see what exactly. After this, I've removed all my mutual fund, something, that thing, and still my home loan is on, right? My home loan is on. It is going to end in 2031. Okay, and I'm still paying huge this thing, but I'm still okay because my investment is also going the same way. So that is not a problem. Though whatever I have to pay, I have that much liquidity in my hand, okay, that I can pay. And secondly, I have house also. One is free, one household free, one is at EMI. But then current valuation, although I am not making too much of profit, I told you this last time also. It depends on what time you buy the property, right? Even if I sell my this house, I am going to have a net loss. And that is why I say, unless you want to, don't go for bigger house, keep a liquidity in hand, that will always help, right? Because आप घर बेचने जाओगे, you will have a very good hit, 30 to 40% or maybe 25 to 30% when you sell in distress, correct? So coming back to the NFO, I usually don't invest in NFO. This was a just brief story or brief life what I have experienced. You can take a call. I'm assuming everybody must be at least 10, 15 years younger than me here. So those who want to decide whether you want to do it something, you can decide what you. Yes, Ankush sir, tell me sir.
Sir, just on your story, sir, ये जो आपने बताया अभी, how did you take a call on that time 2008? Okay, so that time 25,000 to you have increased 5 times. Just you mentioned 1.25 lakh.
Correct.
सर, हाउ डिड यू गॉट दैट करेज और आइडिया और माइंडसेट क्या था कि वो टाइम पे इतना अमाउंट आपने म्यूचुअल फंड में इंक्रीज कर दिया?
मेरा कभी
हाउ
मेरे को
डिड यू
फाइल
थॉट?
मिला, करेक्ट. आई जस्ट से, सी, दैट टाइम आई टोल्ड यू आई यूज्ड टू फॉलो लॉट ऑफ वॉरेन बफेट स्टेटमेंट्स एंड एवरीथिंग. He used to say, okay, that was my initial years, but I'm talking about 22 years ago, right? So I was very young. Okay, my risk appetite was very good. I'm doing a very good job. My outflow is only 10,000. One daughter, parents are working. Everything was fantastic. Parents were not working, but they have a retirement and they had a pension, so no problem. My child was very small. Okay, 4 5 years. So उनका schooling भी अभी बहुत सस्ता था उस टाइम पे. मतलब it was not very expensive as today, right? So my outflows was not that great. Okay, I had a lot of money. That is why I went to bank. But Warren Buffett says when people are greedy, you should be fearful. And when people are fearful, you should be greedy. Now I became greedy, and it was my good decision that I have taken this. Now, why mutual fund? And why you are safe? Because they invest and your fund is handled by the top of the fund managers, which has qualified degree and experience handling them, right? It is not that I could have done direct this thing also, but my job was very hectic. So I said, okay, I don't know to handle. I reviewed my put it, and I have not done very huge kind of thing. I had 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 kind of thing. And I have usually they say कि you should always invest in first week of the month. That usually say. I don't do this. I have done in a way every alternate day practically. My SIP was getting hit every alternate day. Every 3 days, I had 10 or 15 SIPs, which was going. Me and my wife. I have planned this a way कि every alternate day I search for the file. It is 20 years old. I should have kept it. Okay, मैं दिखाऊंगा कभी. Every alternate day there was some or the other fund was getting hit in my account. There are two things because throughout the year it is not that के मेरे को 1 लाख रुपया एक दिन में करना है, right? Because that time 1 lakh, 1.5 lakhs or 1.25 lakhs was very huge amount, right? But then I kept it something like this, and it was a risk. Basically, I told you na कि I had a risk-taking ability, right? So it depends on you how you want to do it. And lot of articles now we see on the Google also, they say कि if you invest for 8 to, if you see my daughter also, I say 5 to 8 years, right? She wanted it. What they gave first, what is a good goal? क्योंकि पहले उससे देख लिया कि 5 to 8 years है. I am not said 5 to 8 months. They would not have suggested me anything, right? So 5 to 8 years, so whenever you want to have you have a long horizon to invest. You may trade in between. I'm not talking mutual fund, but directly you can always review. You can switch after a year wherever you want to do it. You may have an exit load of 1%, but if you think that the fund you are investing is giving only 8% and others are giving 12% or 30%, depending on why it is your gold, what you invested, mutual fund, why it is not performing, right? So that is how, sir, I've taken a call. That was a gut feeling कि अच्छा है and बहुत ज्यादा liability नहीं था. So I want to invest somewhere. House already I've done one investment and there was no liability majorly, मतलब near to nothing. So that is how I taken a call that I should invest more into it. And I liquidated in 2014, 15 or somewhere around when the market was good. So because my house was too much HSBC, they told me not to shift. So then I had no other option to exit this. Okay. So that way, sometime you have to take a call. Now, for my daughter also, I told her that invest your 85% because she's single right now, very limited expenses. Okay. She's doing some business also. I said, okay, some money you want, well, whenever you want 40,000, 50,000, you take it from me. But invest your 85,000 into this. And I put it as 30,000. She said, okay, Papa, बहुत ज़्यादा है. We are arguing this for last 1.5 to 2 months. ठीक है. I given her two choice. Either you invest this amount or you pay me for staying at my house. Correct? दो में से एक करो. So then we are still in the negotiation mode. We are thinking कि क्या है. I said कि whenever you want. So we finally decided कि 20,000 तुम invest करो. 10,000 I'll give it to you. ठीक है. And that is why I made a plan. She said, okay, we'll do it after 6 months, after 1 year. I said, okay, if you delay by 6 months, your retirement will get delayed by 2 years. So this is practically what I'm doing. And as a first investment, I can always invest her on her behalf onto direct equity. But I said, okay, first investment, you should start with a safe investment. Let them also feel without too much of monitoring, too much of understanding, they can do it this way, right? Secondly, they have risked it. Even they go wrong, does not matter, right? Even some choose of mutual fund is wrong, they have a lot of time to correct it. Correct. So that is how I started, and I've invested that time large cap, mid cap, small cap, and flexi cap. Everything I've written, and if you see all the research what I've done, I have written all this large cap, mid cap, small cap, flexi cap, everything I've asked for. Let me see what exactly it is doing, right? Because you don't know market how it will spend tomorrow. But even whatever kind of mutual fund you select, okay, the smaller the fund house, like small cap and mid cap, flexi cap, they will have more volatility because the mid cap and small cap train to increase or decrease. We'll see when over a period of time, when after next month, maybe November, December, I'll show you something. There are good stock which are actually renowned today. They have corrected more than 80% some of the time when they were new. Like one of the name is Motilal Oswal. एक बार आप जाके चेक कर लेना उसका ग्राफ. ठीक है. When I teach something, एक बार मोतीलाल ओसवाल, आज के दिन में बड़ा नाम है वो. करेक्ट. इट्स अ बिग नेम टुडे. ठीक है. इट इज करेक्टेड दैट लेवल. ठीक है. सो ये भी हो सकता है, पॉसिबल है. Correct. So, sir, you take a call if you want to go for NFO, but otherwise I show you how to do chat GPT. ठीक है, आप chat GPT मान लो. अगर आपको म्यूचुअल फंड में इन्वेस्ट करना ही है, I usually recommend that go with a fund manager. In fact, there are certain studies also. There are fund managers also. I have downloaded fund manager. I am researching on fund manager also. कि fund manager का experience क्या है? How much experience the fund manager is who is handling it? Since how long this fund is handled by him or her? Correct. So if you want to really good research, you should always go with this. Or if you're not very confident about it, although you don't believe on ChatGPT, they actually take it to the fund houses and all the report which are there. No, I'm not saying that this will not be marketing gimmick. It's somewhere. Yes, some part of this will be there, but performance speaks of itself, right? The performance of the rate of interest or return, what they advise or what they publish, it is the actual numbers, right? So actual numbers they cannot manipulate. Actual number they cannot manipulate, right? Hmm. Okay, correct.
Sir,
So
I have a question here.
yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
if we invest like directly on Zerodha coin, so
Hmm.
the funds over there like Aditya Birla Axis Mutual Fund, are they all managed by fund managers or they are
Yeah,
direct?
every mutual fund is managed by fund manager. Every mutual fund.
Okay.
It
Okay.
is they have to have a fund manager. This thing you
Hmm.
cannot have anything other than
So
fund.
you were mentioning instead of going direct, go by fund manager. So
No, no,
I
no, 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 no. There are two ways to do it. Okay,
huh.
let me explain you. Okay,
Hmm.
there are earlier when I was investing when I started there was only one way. You have to go through some of the ARN. Okay, some agent you have to go through, right?
Okay. Okay.
In between before 10, 15, 10, 12 years, they started with the direct option,
Okay.
right? That means you can directly open an account with fund houses. Okay, you have
Okay.
your portfolio, everything is same, right?
Uh-huh.
And
Uh-huh.
suppose I have one app. Okay, so I can say, Vanna ma'am, come to me. Okay, I'll invest on the same fund houses, whichever I am certified advisor, ARN.
Mhm.
I have ARN with the different fund houses. Okay, you have to apply and then you can become a ARN. That is, you can become an agent through them, sell them mutual funds, right? So
Okay.
whatever I sell, whatever AMU I have, I will have some part of it, 0.5%, 0.75% or 0.25%, whatever is there, depending on that you have a even AMU का कुछ ना कुछ आपके पास पैसा आता है, because that is there how they advise, right? For
Okay.
you, it has become somewhere around 2%, 2.5%. That time it was that a cost, 2.5%,
Okay.
3% over a period of year. Suppose you have
Okay.
1 lakh of investment,
Hmm.
then 1,000 or 3,000 or something, they will take their professional fees
Okay. That's yearly or one time, sir?
yearly. No, no, it keeps quarterly. They will adjust into their what do you call NAV, net asset value.
Oh, acha,
Expenses,
Huh.
everything. It is get adjusted, right? So you don't
Okay.
feel it is happening, but it is at the background. Everybody's paying.
So until we are paying that it will be adjusted in NAV, we are paying those charges
Yeah,
to
yeah,
them.
we are paying. You don't come to know it is you are
Huh.
paying or something. You don't get a separate bill, but in the
Uh-huh.
NAV it is adjusted.
Okay.
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 So whenever you come to know, so whenever the ARN, so there is one way you go through the agent. So you pay maybe shall I'll for the calculation purpose, I take 2%, right?
Okay.
So every 1 lakh you invest, yearly you pay 2,000 to them. So 2% goes to the fund house, and out of this 1%, let's say, go to the agent. Okay.
Okay.
Because they are
Okay.
managing, आपको कुछ issue आ रहा तो आएगा. But suppose after before something like this, they come with the direct fund houses because SEBI is making these rules. Okay,
Hmm.
government is making the rule for you becoming very comfortable. Okay,
Okay.
for your safety. Suppose you are saying, okay, I can research. That time was not even I research all the fund whatever I invested on my own. Okay,
Okay.
I never taken a ARN. But then there was one dad's friend. Okay, he was doing so. मेरे को किसी ना किसी को रखना था. I said, let me keep it him only. राइट,
Okay.
क्योंकि उनके पास वो सिस्टम था, तो मेरे को सारी चीजें आ जाती थी मेरे हाथ पे, राइट. एंड देयर वाज नो लाइक इफ यू पुट इट राइट नाउ, यू गिव मी योर पैन नंबर, इफ आई पुट इट ऑन दिस, आई विल गिव ऑल योर इन्वेस्टमेंट, जहां जहां आपका पैन लिंक्ड है, आई गेट ऑल द इन्वेस्टमेंट, आपका जितना फंड में आपका ये एवरीथिंग, यू विल गेट इट ऑन द सिंगल क्लिक, right? So
Okay.
this is all the fund manager, all the something they can find it within seconds or within a minute. Yeah, how much, what is investment you have, what all fund houses you have invested in, right? So
Okay.
they come up with a direct option. Now direct option makes your, because there is no agent, their benefit is passed to you. Like GST में अभी आया reform, okay, the 18% has become 12% or 28% has become 18%, 18% become 5% or some other 12% has become 0%. So every this thing has got a benefit, right?
ARN will also take some percentage ना sir, free में तो नहीं करेगा.
They will not take it from you. They will not take it from you. For you, it does
अच्छा.
not matter. It is at the background, it is working. So for
Okay.
you, it does not work. Suppose you are not very comfortable what exactly you need to do, I would always suggest, don't save that 1% or a half a percent. Take a professional help. I usually advise. उसने भी देखो चैट जीपीटी ने क्या बोला?
हाँ. Fund
Take a
manager.
help of financial advice. Check with your financial advisors, right?
Hmm,
So those
hmm,
certified, उन्होंने भी कुछ सीखा है. It is better
hmm,
to take an advice from them,
hmm,
right?
hmm,
So I do all my investment on my own, but
hmm.
लेकिन पॉसिबली है कि इट मे बी नॉट टू गुड डिसीजन टू डू इट फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू, ठीक है. सो अगर है आपके पास चैट जीपीटी है, इफ यू नो हाउ टू रिसर्च, डू योर ओन रिसर्च. इफ यू आर नॉट कंफर्टेबल डूइंग द रिसर्च, यू ओके टू हैव 0.5 0.75% मोर, यू कैन ऑलवेज गो विद योर फंड मैनेजर्स, राइट. जो भी है आप सर्च करो, वहां पे मिल जाएगा आपको, राइट. कोई ना कोई आपके आजू बाजू में होगा जो आपको एडवाइस कर देगा, हु हैज अ अथॉरिटी टू डू दिस, राइट. सो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, ठीक है. एंड आई एम ऑलवेज अवेलेबल. आपको कुछ भी चाहिए तो आप कर सकते हो. मेरा जितना लिमिटेड नॉलेज है उससे ऊपर से मैं एडवाइस कर दूंगा उसको, राइट. ठीक है. सो इट इज क्लियर. सो एनएफओ यू वांट टू गो देयर, आई एम नॉट सेइंग इट इज गुड और बैड, but yes, initially will have, maybe over a period of 7-8 years, you may not have that effect. Eventually बहुत कम होगा, but the good money, like similarly some product called as ULIP. You know what is ULIP?
ULIP.
ULIP.
Unit linked policy something.
Correct.
I have some.
Unique link insurance
ULIP, yeah,
policy.
unit link.
Unit link insurance policy. This is the worst product anybody can buy, right? Because you have limited, like initially when you have taken your 25 to 30% of your corpus is goes in insurance, and only 65 to 70% is invested initial first 2, 3, 4 years, right? Because they want to cover the risk first. And worst part is that okay, after 5 years or 6 years, when your corpus become, suppose I've taken a 1 crore, for example, they give only 10 times. Suppose I am investing 1 lakh per year, I can get only insurance of 10 lakh, first of all. That is the first thing I'll get, right? Secondly, I'm investing heavily, my 70%, like 1 lakh with 30,000, it will go only for the risk cover. Initially, first two. After this, as my corpus increases, okay, my repayment decreases, because then whatever I have, my already corpus there, my income cannot go beyond 10 lakhs. मतलब उससे ज्यादा जा सकता है, 15 lakhs हो सकता है, 20 lakhs हो सकता है, बट मेरे को इंश्योरेंस का, आई विल नॉट गेट एनी बेनिफिट ऑफ द इंश्योरेंस पर से. Suppose my tenure is 20 years, my fund has already grown for 20 lakhs out of, and 10 lakhs what I go. So I'll get a fund value only. I don't get additional 10 lakhs. So जो भी इंश्योरेंस के लिए पैसा मैंने डाला था वो खत्म, right? And that is why I advise always to take term insurance, right? Okay. I take always advise to take term insurance, because you always have to keep the risk cover and your investment, two different things. Don't mix it,
Exactly.
right? So that is how it has to be done. That is why I say okay, make an Excel. Okay, now coming back to this, I think we have covered enough of mutual fund, enough of life insurance, enough of your medical insurance, enough of term plans. Okay, which is not the meant for this, right? So now coming back to this, now how to exactly invest. Okay, there are two sites you can write down. One is Trading View. I hope everybody knows. I'll show you here. And second is screener.in. There are many charting. There are many tools available. Okay, Sensible, Small Case, There are many available, but as a starter, you should only invest. I will take it. This is you are very, very initial. Like yesterday, I got call from a very good parent, very old parent, Vidya ma'am. Vidya ma'am is here. Vidya ma'am, good morning. And you will
Good
see
morning, sir.
you will
Good
see
morning.
I suddenly started speaking in English only, right? I hardly use any Hindi, right? Because Vidya
Yes, sir.
she said, ma'am, sir, you conduct in English, so I'll be very here, easy to understand, right? So that is why you see most of the time today I'm using only English, right?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Okay, and he is mother of through wonderful Amar Akbar Anthony, 3 boys. Okay, and 2 of them are my students. Okay, and they are doing wonderfully well. They are geniuses. Correct. Chalo. So coming back to this, if you want to invest now, what exactly you need to do? Like I'll introduce to both of the side and what exactly you need to do. Okay. I hope everybody knows what is our goal. What is our goal? एक बार लिख के रख दो अपने
Keep the
हिसाब से.
capital safe.
Sorry.
Try to keep the capital safe. Same time, try to make
First
more.
capital is capital safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you know there is a volatility. Okay. If you can't handle the volatility, you should go and make the FD. Okay. That also we have covered all of that. Now, if you can't handle the volatility, secondly, what is the first goal should be? On the investment, definitely you are investing for the return. First goal should be
Beat
Keep
FD
the
and
cap-
mutual fund.
beat the FD, right?
And
Second
mutual
goal,
fund.
beat the mutual fund. And third, keep your expectation. Like जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, I have just done ChatGPT खुद बोल रहा है. Very ambitious है, right? 20%, 35% मैंने दिया तो बोला बहुत तुम्हारा goal ambitious है, right? Now, one of the best mutual fund managers, which has crore of salary, okay, can't give you this return. There are different reasons to it. They have very big corpus to make it. Okay, that also briefly I've covered in first 2 sessions. Like Ambani, Adani's, Birlas, Tatas, okay, all the Mahindras, they have big money. They can hire best of the talent. They can get best of the system. Still, they are doing something which is laying the cable, giving the service, oil mangao, oil filter karo, okay, then make a petrol, diesel and sell, and a lot of things they do, right? And they generate only 10 to 12% revenue, right? But the corpus is very good. So the moment, suppose you have 1 lakh, it is very easy or it is possible to generate 20%, 25%. But the moment you have 10 crores, it is very difficult to generate such kind of return. Right? The more the corpus, less. That is why the corpus is 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 crore AMU for mutual fund. They have some regulations. I want to sell, suppose I have 100 shares of Reliance today. Okay, I want to sell, I can sell it in today, just in a click. Okay. But suppose they have a corpus of, they have 1 lakh shares of Reliance. Okay. They have to go with a black deal. Even Ambani, they want to sell their stake of 1% or 0.5% or anything to FII, DII, somebody. They have to go through the block deal. They cannot do it in a open market. They do an open market also. But suppose आप सोचोगे 1% stake अगर उसका आ जाता मार्केट में क्या होगा? 1% of the stake to sell in the market by Reliance. It has a 12 lakh crore of market cap. Correct. अगर 12,000 crore का शेयर भी अगर आ गया, FI is selling 5,000, 6,000 crore overall, right? Still the market is coming down, right? Or DI is selling something like 8, 9,000 crore. So it is market. So it is one share if you are doing this kind of impact. Okay, just 12,000 crore. If Reliance is the open market, क्या हो गया? धड़ाक से 3-4% down आ जाएगा, or maybe more than that, right? So that is why they are not able to do it, and more the corpus. That is why I say keep your expectation minimum 15, 18, 20% CAGR. You try to achieve this. If you're not achieving, you are learning this to happening and you are not making losses, you are more than sufficient, right? Overall, one of the share may be negative 15%, one of the share will be by 15, 20% plus. If you are taken the class and if you're taking the good decision. Now, if you see, I've taken 2 browsers, right? To select the mutual fund, just 3-4 mutual fund, I'm reading since last 2 days. Right? After doing all this research, each my mutual fund give me negative return. I will not be worried, or I will not be, I will not feel, oh, I've not done my research enough, right? Okay, and then I review after a year, I can always change it, right? Or if I say, I'm not worth doing it, I'll go to some investor or some advisor, and not necessarily what he will advise, it will give you good return. But at least something like this, I've done my own research. It has not given me good return. I have done research, I reschedule or restructure my portfolio. I shifted my mutual fund. Still, it is not giving me. I go to ARN, I give on to advisor. Still, it is not giving. So after that, we should not regret, right? I've done all the measures what is possible. Okay, still I'm not getting it. So there's something. Market may go down for 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years, 3 years. It may be a decade, right? हो सकता है मंदी. If you see the recession, it will last for decades, right? If you see US market is very mature market. Okay, 2019-30 was the biggest recession in the world history. That is almost 95 years ago. So that is possible. But initially, if you keep on investing, there is very high probability that you will come in profit very soon. And now it says that if you invest 5 to 10 years, there are maybe market correct 50%. Very rare chances that your portfolio will go negative, right? So it is very, very unlikely that your portfolio will get. Suppose you are, if you see the ChatGPT, what he said, be consistent. What they said, don't time the market. Be consistent and be regular. This is the key features. If you are going down, you should be consistently investing. अगर मेरा वो जो SIP चल रहा था 1.5 lakhs का, ठीक है, और maybe 1.5 lakhs का, if I would have continued for now, up till now, ये कम से कम 2 करोड़ या 3 करोड़ के ऊपर का पोर्टफोलियो बन गया होता. 100% I'm sure, because I would have generated definitely 25 to 30% CAGR, right? And vis-a-vis, I've taken this house. Okay, I would have stayed this house on rent. Okay, I would have much, many times the return what I actually doing, right? Okay, and that is I say if you want to buy a house, take a cautious call, right? Whether it is little bit of hassle, but it will make a huge difference. The moment the amount of money you pay towards the EMI, the amount of money you pay towards the maintenance of the house, okay, and the rate of interest what you are paying, it makes a lot of difference, right? But हाँ, अगर मैं बोलूँ अंबानी को, अडानी को बोल दूँ कि भाई तुम लोग जिसके पास जेट है प्राइवेट, राइट? They see the convenience. They have thousands and lakhs of crore rupees, right? एंटीलिया बहुत बड़ा है, उसको बोलो तू रेंट पे रहे, तेरे पास इतना पैसा क्यों कर रहा है? It is not right. Suppose you have 18 crores, and out of this some portion you are doing. What I am saying कि don't take a huge loan जो आपका 20 साल में, मतलब see till the time I retire as the age of 60, I'll paying the loan, right? So जब तक मैं 60 का हो रहा हूँ, मैं लोन पे करता रहूंगा. I'll keep on paying the loan. But I've taken a decision, ठीक है. Correct? Now the new generation will always stay on the rent because paying the rent is just 2% or 3% of the property. You can leveragely around say you can say, and you can generate. If you're staying on rent, एक hassle है, you could shift कर. So the young people who are there, you keep yourself light. बहुत ज़्यादा don't buy everything, right? बहुत ज़्यादा कपड़े ले लिए, बहुत ज़्यादा बर्तन ले लिए. You have huge this thing. Okay, there is a Japanese term called as keep light, right? So आपको चाहिए 4 कपड़े पहनने के लिए, 8 रखो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ठीक है, 80 रखोगे, पूरा वार्डरोब भर जाएगा. Most of the things you don't even use it, right? So don't keep this. Then shifting becomes a difficult task, right? If you say your landlord says, no, I want, okay, I go to some other house. Okay, there is a transaction fees, there is a little bit hassle, it is okay. You can manage this. Keep liquidity in hand. I don't advise that you should not buy a house, but you should not buy with a lot of liability on your hand, right? And if you buy, make sure that you have house insurance, you have your whatever loan amount, you should have a term insurance for this, especially if you are an only earning member, right? So at least something happens to you. Unfortunately, we can't do unavoidable, but what you can do is you can always, your family won't feel the burden about it, right? At least घर वो free हो जाएगा. And it happened to one of my very close friend. Okay, he was the only earning member. Okay, his wife also doing something, but very young age he expired, and he had a loan of 1 crore or something like this, 80-90 lakhs देना था. The bank, given the 3-4 years it has started, recently last year, they've sold the house at the lesser price, what they bought it. Okay. I think they bought it around 1.6 crore and they sold it at 1.3 or 1.1 crore or 1.2 crore. I don't know. And majority part taken by the bank. So this should not happen, right? So unnecessarily don't build the liability. And he was the kind of guy where he could have paid the loan upfront, okay, and bought the house. He was in this condition. Okay, chalo. But anyways, if something happens, this is what exactly I want to advise. You should always think about something which you buy. Make sure that you are insured and your property is insured for this particular. So at least in next generation or your spouse don't get the hate, right? 99.9% you don't feel this kind of problem because we have a long life. Okay, अच्छे से सब लोग जीते हैं, but there are certain cases, unfortunately, even very young age, people leave the planet, right? तो भी होता है. So we should be very cautious about it, right? So now I'm going to show you something which is coming back to the same thing. So I think everybody has, okay, you don't expect, now you see everybody is there on the bigger group, right? Okay, I send her some of the screenshot what I have done it. I keep on posting something on this, okay, because and I even you say कि sir आप लोग ने हमको नहीं बताया, right? There are certain stocks also which you have bought it recently, ठीक है? But there is no hurry, as I told you, there is no hurry to enter in the market to buy or sell in the market, right? First thing, get the learning done. Suppose Pratulya hai, right? Vinna mein, I'll just take your example, or maybe Jyotir hai, yeah, it is Vishweshwar, right? The Vidya ma'am. Now they are studying. Do you expect them to learn, go and earn something for themselves or your household? No, right? You give them the time to learn, make them capable enough to get something valuable which they can value to the society or they are doing something, then you can do it. So basically, idea is that I can always tell you, okay, which is not allowed by the SEBI and everything. Okay, this is something which is a good value at this time. ये टाइम 2 महीने के बाद ये नहीं तो और कोई आएगा, राइट? समथिंग और द अदर विल कीप ऑन कमिंग एज अ अपॉर्चुनिटी. You should not be in a hurry to enter. Whenever you find something which is very hurriedly, the decision goes wrong, right? आपने कोई भी impulsive decision ले लिया, okay, you may go wrong. Maybe it is related to marriage, related to buying a house, related to taking a what do you call इंटरनेशनल हॉलीडे, ठीक है? इम्पल्स यार बहुत हो गया अभी ना, लेट्स गो एंड स्पेंड सम मनी, राइट? कितना तक हम यही करेंगे? इम्पल्सिव डिसीजन. इफ यू प्लान इट यू विल गेट अ गुड. यू डू अ फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग यू विल बी गुड. ओके, आप रिसर्च करो अच्छे से. ओके, इफ इट इज लव मैरिज और अरेंज मैरिज और एनीथिंग यू प्लान फॉर योर किड्स और समथिंग लाइक दिस, फॉर फॉरेन स्टडी और हायर स्टडी, इवन यू डू व्हाटएवर, प्लान इट वेल, do it well. After that also something goes wrong, at least something you will have satisfaction that I have not done any hasty decision, I have done my own research. And I've been to in contact with parents. There are certain parents are wonderfully fantastic way they research, right? वो जब मेरे को रिसर्च भेजते हैं ना तो आई फील वेरी ऑनर्ड कि इतना अच्छा डिटेल स्टडी करते हैं. मतलब दे हैव एवरी बिट एंड पीसेस, दे नो व्हाट एग्जैक्टली दे आर गोइंग टू डू. Okay, so here you have one, I'll just send you this. Okay, I am going to send this on the group, right? One is screener.in, right? One site is screener.in. Whatever I am writing, okay, whatever I am posting on the WhatsApp, please make sure that you put it on the your notes, right? there are two sites we are going to use. Okay, screener.in and tradingview.in. Now, TradingView is mostly for the technical analysis and Screener for fundamental analysis. Okay, there are other sites also available. I am more comfortable. Even if you see here in TradingView, you can do fundamental analysis, but I am comfortable with this. I am doing this. Now, can anybody tell me out of this what is technical? And although I have covered already part of it, what is technical and what is fundamental? I just revise it one more time, so at least you know what exactly you know what is technical and what is fundamental. Anybody?
Sir, fundamental is related to financial accounting, financial things,
Correct.
and
Financial
technical
health.
is related to the charts.
Correct. Now, okay, can you tell me, give me any 5 companies which you think इसका fundamental बहुत अच्छा है.
Reliance, TCS,
Hmm.
then बहुत सारे है सर, लार्ज कंपनी, L&T.
करेक्ट. सो उसमें फंडामेंटल में कोई इश्यू नहीं है.
नहीं है.
L&T, रिलायंस, TCS, HDFC बैंक, ICICI बैंक या योर मारुति. ठीक है. टेक एनी सेक्टर. ओके. टाटा स्टील, टाटा मोटर्स. You take any sector, all the sectors, Sun Pharma, pharmaceuticals. So take any top, all the sectors, 1 or 2 companies were doing very good in that. So there is no doubt that they are fundamentally good companies. Does it mean, okay, sorry, I am taking my breakfast also. Okay. So does it mean that I should invest today?
नो, हमें देखना पड़ेगा, उसका चार्ट भी देखना पड़ेगा, कहाँ पे है,
Correct.
सपोर्ट पे है,
अमर मैम is
ब्रेकआउट. मुझे
मेरे
लगा
previous-
सर आप ब्रेकआउट
मेरे
का
previous class की student है. That's why she is answering. 3 महीने हो गया and then she has become a very good analyst, right? But what I'm saying, I want to hear from here, right? From the new students.
नहीं सर, मैंने वेट किया, किसी ने भी आंसर नहीं किया, इसलिए मैंने
I know. No, कोई problem नहीं. No problem. You are always
Yeah.
welcome, ma'am. आप बोल सकते हो.
To
Sir, I
invest in a good
was doing
fundamental.
breakfast, so I didn't answer.
No problem.
Yeah.
So to invest in a good company with a good fundamental, but do we invest right now? We have to go and see the technicals
Correct.
as to how the recent performance is and how the other indicators and all those things on the chart shows me.
So how do you know? Okay. How do you know whether it's a good time to buy or bad time to buy? First question, right? I know Reliance is good. I know L&T is good. I know TCS is good. I know HDFC is good. Okay. Now, how do you decide whether to invest right now or not? What trigger? और ये टाइम पे नहीं है तो किस टाइम पे करूं? Suppose you say कि no, this is not the good time to buy. So what I'll do? Which time to buy? If this is not a good time to buy, so which time to buy? How will you decide?
This we can buy, sir.
Correct, na? So it is, if you're saying that this is not a good time or this is the best time, how will you decide? Is it a good time or a bad time or a worst time or a best okay time? So on what basis you will define, right?
Generally, when the market is down, we buy. The market is up.
Okay.
Generally.
Okay. This is market is down right now.
No, sir.
It is not down.
Yeah.
In last 1 year, it has not given you return, right? It is not
down
able to beat
completely.
the all-time high. So it is down by maybe 10% or maybe 8% from the all-time high. So it is not a good time to buy. Acha,
No, I mean,
maybe not now. Chalo, before 3, 4, 5 months, okay, 6 months, it was at 2100, 22,000, right? 22,000 में market था. which is 10% more down than this. That was a good time to buy.
COVID time?
Huh?
COVID time?
No, no, no. The COVID time was very good any time. That was not a question, right? Before 5 से हर एक टाइम तो हम कोविड के लिए नहीं वेट करेंगे ना सर इन्वेस्ट करने के लिए. Every time we'll not wait for the COVID kind of fall or Lehman kind of other type of fall or maybe Ukraine war type of fall.
If you see September, October 2024 was very high.
Very high, correct. So after that also market has given dip of 22,000 तक आ गया था, right? So it
Yes.
has given 20% downfall, almost 15 to 70 to 80% downfall दिया था. Was that a good time?
When the stock takes a support, we can buy some.
Sorry?
When the stock takes a support, we can buy.
How do you know where it has taken a support? Correct? That is what exactly we are trying to learn, right?
Yes,
So at
exactly.
any point in time, when market is up, okay, market is down. Now I'll tell you, market is down right now. We assume that 5-7% is the okay things to invest, right? And even at the top, when market was 26,000, there was stock who were making a all-time low or 52-week low at a year low. At the market is all-time low, there is some stock making 52-week high. Right? So any point in time, the market will give you chance to enter and there's some stock which are available. Now we need to identify. I show you first class when I had this Amar Ma'am's batch, right? I've shown Reliance is given only 2% in 2 years. Reliance top company 12.5 lakh का AMU है मतलब ये market cap है, right? It is given you only 2% in 2 years, not 2 months. I'm saying 2 years. So sometimes you have to be very careful what you invest in, how you invest, and what time you invest. No stock is bad. I'm just saying because we are considering only fundamental good companies. I'm saying no stock is bad. Only thing is when you buy or when you sell, that is important, right? So that is how you have to decide. So fundamental studies, what all things you have to check. Chalo, ma'am, in a very layman language, no technicals, no financial terms. I just want, similarly, if you want to invest in some company, what you will look for? What do you look for? You are investing in what company? That means you are investing in their business. Is it clear? You are investing in their business, right? You become a partner. When you're buying the stock, that means maybe 0.000000001% you are buying, but still you are a partner to it, right? So company जो भी perform करेगा आपको भी effect करेगा, right? Whatever company does, you will also have an effect. So what exactly minimum criteria what you should look? चलो मैं लिखता हूँ यहाँ पे. चलो minimum criteria what you should look.
Sir, they are Q4 results like them, sir, what they are performing.
How do you get the performance? Okay, now it is not a dance performance, right? I'll say, oh, you're dancing very well. Okay, it has to be measurable, right? You say, sir, you are a very good person. I'll be very happy. Somebody say you are a worse person, right? I'll not be very sad, right? How do you gauge, right? There is something called as English, called as adjective, right? What is adjective? What do you use? If somebody English teacher somewhere here, can you tell me what is adjective?
The describing word.
Describing the noun, right?
Mm.
So if you say, oh, sir, you are very good. Okay, you speak very well, you look very nice, you are a very humble person, or somebody say you are very bad, you are worse. I have not seen a worse person like this. Okay. So it is individual gut feeling, right? You got it? Now, if I want to measure somebody asks you, okay, chalo. Vanna ma'am, she wants to put her son into my maths class, right? And she called Vidya ma'am. Okay. Because her son was studying for last 5 years and recently for 4 years they studied with me, right? So they will take a review. Okay. Vidya ma'am says, okay, whatever review she gives you, you say, okay, how do you know? Oh, no, he is very good. So Vanda ma'am asks, how do you know? Right? So they will say, okay, he takes regular classes, gives homework, check, review, post it, something like this, escalate. Okay, they give us the understanding of what exactly they are doing wrong, follow-ups. These are the points, right? This is a measurable, right? And what is the another one? My son was scoring 50, 60%. Now it is scoring 80%, 90%, right? Yes or no? So there is measurable. So here also company fundamental is good what you do. So they are doing business. What exactly you know, okay, how the business is doing good? How will you define it?
Company's profit, company's
Profit. सबसे
existence.
ज्यादा है प्रॉफिट चेक करो कंपनी प्रॉफिट है कि नहीं, राइट? ठीक है. Suppose you are given a choice. Okay, I always say known devil is better than the unknown God, right? ठीक है. You don't know what is happening. That is why NFO के लिए already हमने पास जो already है, always you should be in the business for 5 to 10 years, right? I say कि 5 to 10 years का history है. I usually go with this. Secondly, something called as profit and sales. Profit कहाँ से आएगा? Sales से आएगा. ठीक है. Constantly, quarterly, yearly profit हो रहा है. ठीक है. Then valuation.
Fund.
How do you value, right? Whether it is expensive, चलो आ रहा है. रिलायंस का सेल्स हो रहा है, ग्रोथ भी हो रहा है, प्रॉफिट भी हो रहा है. ठीक है. एवरीथिंग इज गुड. दिस इज मिनिमम क्राइटेरिया गेटिंग इनटू इट, राइट? And I usually give example of either your kid or yourself, right? When you want to get married, okay, what do you see? You see how the girl is, how the boy is, what they are doing, what is their education background, what is their future, what is your past, what is their goals, what are they liking, what are they don't like, okay, how old you know them, since how long you are knowing them, right? So you see everything, right? And then you take a call. After that also, sometimes your decision may go wrong. It is not that I cannot see a single couple कि जहाँ पे जिसका फाइट नहीं होगा, डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन होगा. आई एम नॉट सेइंग फाइटिंग मतलब बॉक्सिंग करो, ये नहीं है, राइट? बट डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन तो होगा, राइट? समथिंग यू लाइक, बिकॉज बोथ आर इंडिविजुअल. एंड द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, व्हेन यू थिंक हाउ डू यू मार्केट गेट ट्रेडेड. आप ये बताओ मार्केट में ट्रेडिंग कैसे होती है, ऑन व्हाट बेसिस, व्हाट इज द बेसिक प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मार्केट, व्हाट इज द बेसिक प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मार्केट? That you should understand, right? What is the basic principle of market?
Sentiment?
Sentiment तो चलो एक है, बड़ा है वर्ड है, राइट? एकदम सिंपल. Take it to very small level.
Demand and supply.
Demand supply also very big one. Suppose there are only one stock, okay, which is traded by Reliance, and there are only two people, Ankur sir and Hiren Desai is trading in the market, right? Now when the trade will happen?
When somebody is willing to buy and somebody is willing to sell.
करेक्ट. मैं बोलता हूँ, अंकित सर बोलेंगे और मैं भी बोलूं, चलो लेट्स बाय, राइट? कोई सेल करने वाला ही नहीं है, राइट? पहले से कि ओ आई वांट टू सेल, अंकित सर से आई आल्सो वांट टू सेल, कोई बाय करने वाला ही नहीं है, राइट? तो मार्केट का बेस प्रिंसिपल है डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन. जब दोनों का एक जन को सेल करना है, एक जन को बाय करना है, तभी ट्रांजैक्शन होता है, राइट? सो इफ somebody buying Reliance or L&T, they think कि market will, the Reliance will perform well, और एक बोलता है कि नहीं मेरा प्रॉफिट आ गया, और आई थिंक इट इज नॉट वर्थ, ओके, आई वांट टू सेल, करेक्ट? नाउ चलो, रिलायंस इज कोटिंग समवेयर अराउंड 1300 1400, करेक्ट? 1400 के नियरली है, राइट? मैं बोलता हूँ मेरे को रिलायंस बहुत अच्छी कंपनी है, ओके, आई गिव श्रद्धा मैम एन ऑफर, रिलायंस आई वांट टू सेल रिलायंस, मैम आई एम सेलिंग एट 1500 रुपीज, करेक्ट? एंड श्रद्धा मैम इज, oh no, I don't want, okay, you want to sell ना, I want it 1300, right? So एक ने बोला 100 रुपया ऊपर, एक ने बोला 100 रुपया नीचे, right? So डील होगा? नहीं होगा. Now वंदना मैम comes, okay, and here से अंकित सर आ गए, okay, अंकित सर से मेरे पास भी रिलायंस है, आई एम गोइंग टू 1450. वंदना मैम से नहीं, चलो मेरे को 1350 में दो, राइट? 50 रुपये नीचे आ गया. When that comes to a level कि both comes from 1401, 1401.10, 5 पैसे में वो ट्रेड होता है, राइट? देन इट कम्स, ओके आई वांट टू बाय, आई वांट टू सेल, ओके दे कम टू कंक्लूजन कि ठीक है भाई तू लेके जा, ये बोलता है ले ले मेरे को, राइट? So you can't get it in a so it's an open market, very transparent market. You can see the order flow, what exactly is happening. It has been printed. But basic of this thing is what? Difference of opinion. Okay, the market, and it's a too sensitive market, right? Every small time, if you see Sensex somewhere, na, cut. हम लोग कभी live, because we are having good time. So हम कभी कभी देखेंगे live market में how volatile the market is. Every second, every tick by tick, the market changes, right? It is computed real time, and you can change it is happening, right? And every stock, all the 5,000 plus stocks, all the indices, everything, it is calculated real time, right? So this is something what you can do it, a different opinion which chalta hai. So if you think, okay, now I give you one example, right? And this is what I'm doing is building a mindset, right? Suppose you bought something here, right? And I'm just giving you this is how the typical market will look like. Not exactly like this, but something like this. Okay. This is how market will happen. Suppose you bought it at this point. And इसके पहले भी पूछा था or something like this. यहाँ पे और भी था ऐसा something, right? So you thought that this is a good time to buy. You bought it at this place, right? And you come here. Then you thought कि अरे यहाँ नीचे आ गया, right? जैसे कि यार ये टाइम पे बेचना था. But then again it didn't go up, right? So you thought कि now this is a good time to sell, or maybe this is the time you sold it, right? After this went here, what will be your feeling? Now this is your 10% gain, right? It is 10% move. This is also 10%. Okay. So if you say this is 10% and this is 20% down, right? From here it is 20% down. So you sold it at this place. Market has gone, the strike price has gone 10% more higher. What you will feel? At this moment, what will you feeling?
Sad.
Huh?
Sad.
Sad. आप sad क्यों हो, right? पहली बार. You got already 30-40% return here, right? You sold it in profit, correct? फिर आप sad क्यों हो?
Greed.
Agreed.
Correct? ठीक है. After 10 days, the market came here. The stock prices come here. Suppose this was 100. It has gone to 110. 110. Right? Just for a calculation, this has come to 90. Right? So 110 गया. You feel sad. अरे यार मेरा प्रॉफिट छूट गया, राइट? अब उसके 10 दिन के बाद वो 90 पे आ गया. What do you feel? अच्छा हो गया.
Happy.
करेक्ट? नहीं तो यार और कम हो जाता, राइट? उसके बाद 120 गया, ठीक है? उसके बाद वापस 100 पे आया, वापस 140 पे गया, 130 पे आया, ओके 125 पे गया, ठीक है? अच्छा, हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू रिमेम्बर योर ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स और ग्रेट ग्रैंड पेरेंट्स जिसको मालूम था कि अपने मतलब आई स्पेंड लॉट ऑफ टाइम विद माई ग्रैंड मदर, राइट? So how many days you remember those people who are already parted, right? जो already they have taken their heavenly this thing. कितनी बार आप याद करते हो उसको? कितने महीने में एक बार, साल में एक बार, महीने में 2 बार, दिन में 4 बार? What is the frequency?
When something related.
अभी आया, अभी श्राद्ध आया था ना, so हमने खाना बनाया, श्राद्ध किया, ठीक है, खत्म. एक बार बोला थैंक यू वेरी मच, बिकॉज ऑफ यू आई एम इन द this, right? Some or the other way, right? Because of you, I am here, I'm living my life, right? That's it, right? You don't go beyond that. तो यहाँ पे जब आपने छोड़ दिया ना उसको, always keep this gratitude in your mind. आपने लिया, I always wish कि मेरे बेचने के बाद ना स्टॉक और ऊपर जाए, करेक्ट? ये इससे सबसे ज्यादा टॉप बनाया, ठीक है? दैट मीन्स यहाँ पे किसी ना किसी ने ट्रेड किया होगा, किसी ने बाई किया होगा, किसी ने किसी सेल किया होगा, करेक्ट? अब आपने समझो यू आर वेरी बेस्ट, आपने बिल्कुल टॉप पे सेल किया, राइट? ठीक है? और ये बेचारा यहाँ पे आ गया अगेन, दिस इज कम टू 80, अब ये 140 से 80 पे आ गया, बेचारे का 60 रुपीज चला गया, विच इज अ ह्यूज अमाउंट, राइट। 60 इन टर्म्स ऑफ परसेंटेज आप देखो तो 14 का 60% इज ऑलमोस्ट मोर देन 40% ऑफ डाउनफॉल, राइट। अब उसका 40% पैसा नीचे आ गया, राइट। सो क्या बोलेगा यार, कौन सा दिन था यार, मैंने किससे लिया था, आई डोंट नो, सम योर स्टॉक इज गॉन टू समवन, उसका क्या आएगा, उसके बैड वाउस मेरे को मिलेंगे, यार मालूम नहीं किससे लिया था। अब वो अनफॉर्चुनेटली हिरेन
हाँ
देसाई
जी।
है, तो हिरेन देसाई को क्या मिलेगा, अरे यार किससे मैंने ले लिया था मालूम नहीं, किसके कहने पे ले लिया था, समथिंग होता था, राइट। तो मैं चाहता हूँ कि मेरे
सोफा
बेचने के
पे
बाद
रखा हुआ
स्टॉक
था।
ऊपर जाए, ठीक है, कोई प्रॉब्लम, मेरे खरीदने के बाद और नीचे आए तो क्या होगा, इफ आई बाई इट एट दिस पॉइंट, राइट, एंड इट कम्स डाउन, तो क्या, जिसके पास से मैंने लिया ना, बोला अच्छा हो गया मैंने बेच दिया, जिसका लिया उसका प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है, उधर से मेरे को आएंगे भाई, यहाँ पे मैंने सेल कर दिया और ऊपर गया, तो जिससे मेरे से खरीदा भी उसको भी कमाएगा। अब उसके बाद वो कौन कमाएगा, वी डोंट नो, somebody will be trading at this point, right, somebody will be trading at this point, and somebody will be trading at this point also, lowest point में भी आएगा, highest point में भी आएगा, right. So never regret or never make, maybe you buy it in a profit, sell it in a profit, or buy it in a loss, or you go more down, never regret, right. So regret should not be there. What you should always do is, you should always think you have taken an informed decision, you should be satisfied about decision what you have taken, that's it, nothing else. उसके बाद मार्केट का नेचर है,
Question
ऊपर जाएगा, certain thing is not in your control. Yes, Vanda ma'am.
makes them to, maybe stupid question, I don't know, but what
No, no,
makes them
anytime.
to
See,
sell?
ma'am, I always welcome questions, right? So maybe it is however stupid, no problem. I'll ask for some stupid questions to you also. No problem.
What makes people sell at the bottom level?
हाँ, तो यही तो, इसके लिए तो हम सीखने के लिए यहाँ आए हैं. See,
हाँ,
before getting into all this, I want to build a mindset.
हाँ,
आपका माइंडसेट ठीक से बिल्ड हो गया, तो उसके बाद,
हाँ,
मतलब हम बोलते हैं ना कि ऑल दिस साधु संत, राइट,
हम्म,
तो ये ऑल दिस मनी, फैमिली, माय वाइफ, माय चिल्ड्रन, माय हस्बैंड, माय पेरेंट्स, माय इन लॉज, ठीक है, माय अंकल, माय आंट, माय नेव्यू, माय नीस, ये सब जो मेरा है ना, मेरा घर, मेरी गाड़ी, वो कुछ अपना नहीं है, सब मोह माया है, राइट। द मोमेंट यू अचीव दिस, ओके, तब आप संत बन जाते हो, मेरे को खाने के लिए चाहिए और दैट्स इट, दिस इज व्हाट आई वांट टू लिव, ये बाकी सारी चीजें, बट ओनली थिंग इज
बच्चों,
on this only we are running, right. So when you achieve this mindset कि okay, I am investing, I have something to invest which is 3 to 5 years, मेरे को पैसा नहीं चाहिए, only that you put it here, you may get good return, and we are actually investing for that कि my money should grow at a reasonable level, that is why we are investing. But you may go wrong. अमर मैम यहाँ पे है, श्रद्धा मैम यहाँ पे है. The first stock we bought, it was Colgate Palmolive, right? First stock we bought on that particular thing was Colgate Palmolive, right? And I was the first one to buy at 24.20, somewhere around, right? And within a month, it has come to 21.70. 22 के नीचे मैंने 22 में भी बाई किया था, 22.02, I again bought it, right? And Amar ma'am, I think Amar ma'am bought it at 22.75, 21.75, something, I don't know, 2200. I don't remember the exact price, right? And at that time, the first stock what we bought, it was 10% down from what we bought. And I said, you remember, everybody, those who are thinking, I told, I am thankful to the market that हमने जो पहला स्टॉक लिया, पहला ही डाउन गया, although it was a very good buy, okay, but it went down. I thank everyone कि हमारा पहला स्टॉक लिया, it has come down, so at least you don't know कि हमने बाय करने थे, आपका माइंडसेट सेट हो गया कि मैं बाय करूं, सीधा मेरा 15% 20% आ जाएगा. On open forum, it was recorded live. I said, everyone, I am thankful to the market कि फर्स्ट टाइम ही आपको दिखा दिया कि इसकी असली नेचर क्या है. So आपका नेचर सेट हो गया वहां पे, राइट, आपको समझ में आ गया, डाउन भी हो सकता है. एंड देन ऑन द सेम आई सेड के अकॉर्डिंग टू ग्राफ, वी सेड इट विल गो टू 2350, दैट इज हाउ द रेजिस्टेंस, इट मे स्टॉप देयर, इट अगेन पुट अ रैली, राइट, इट हैज स्टॉप देयर, आई सोल्ड माय शेयर्स. अमर मैम हैज सोल्ड समवेयर अराउंड 2500 प्लस में उन्होंने सेल किया, राइट. सो शी हैज डन 20%, मेरे को लगा था इसके बाद मेरे को वापस मौका भी मिला था 2300 में आने के बाद, राइट? इट हैज गॉन बिलो 2300, आई कुड नॉट बाय एंड इट हैज गॉन टू 2500, right? Amar ma'am bought it. Some of the student had a greed in the mind. Okay, I was satisfied booking here. I was doing because my position was in futures, so I was satisfying booking here. मैम ने यहाँ पे बुक किया. Somebody did not book because उनका टारगेट था 2700. This is one example I am taking, right? And again, it is again yesterday or day before yesterday, it is went below 2200 again. I again entered. अमर मैम आपने भी लिया है वापस? अमर मैम है कि चले गए? I don't know. She is not there, I guess. She is not there. Right. So you can check when she will come next. Okay. So again, I have entered. This is not a buy sell, but I'm just giving you idea. I was not sad when it has went to 2500. ठीक है, गया ना, मेरे को तो प्रॉफिट देके गया, राइट? मेरे को तो प्रॉफिट देके गया है, ठीक है, ऊपर गया. Somebody sold at 2500. I don't think कि मैंने 2500 पे सेल किया होगा. ठीक है, नीचे आया. I got an opportunity. I did not buy here. I got an opportunity. I had a fund. I bought it here. It may go to 2000. I don't know. It may go to 2400. I don't know. It may go to 2600. I don't know. Right? But I bought it for a term where I will buy and book for 10%, 20%, 30%, depending on what I'm doing, right? So again, setting the mindset, you should never regret on this. It may happen. आप buy करने के बाद मार्केट आपको उल्टा रिएक्शन देगा. यू मे नॉट विश इट शुड हैपन, बट इट विल हैपन. आज के दिन में कोई नहीं बना है, कोई बोलता है कि मैंने आज ले लिया, उधर से मार्केट मेरे को कभी लॉस हुआ ही नहीं है. नॉट अ सिंगल पर्सन ऐसा नहीं होता है कि मैंने बाई किया एंड आई हैव गॉट द ऑलवेज फैंटास्टिक पॉजिटिव रिजल्ट्स. मेरा स्टॉक कभी माइनस में नहीं गया. यू डोंट सेल, दैट इज अ डिफरेंट स्टोरी, राइट? इज अ नॉशनल वे, राइट? इफ समबडी हैज बॉट इट एट 2300 and it has gone to 2500, suppose around 8-9% profit आ गया, it has come to 2200 below. Okay, this is around 5% loss. ठीक है, this is 9% profit. But if you're buying this and your target is, say, suppose I'll buy 2700 2800 के बीच में ही मैं बेचूंगा उसको. After this, wherever it goes, it should not affect you, right? Your fundamental good company you bought, your target is 20-25% up. Okay, you should not be worried. After that, you go. Okay, it goes. If you think, oh, at 2100, I think you should buy more, you can buy one more. You say 1900, fundamentally good companies, you want to buy more, you can buy more, depending on what exactly you want. Otherwise, say 2300 hai, maybe let it go to 1200, doesn't matter. As far as company is good, you don't have to worry, right? It will give you good return, right? You will definitely give. Okay. Now, initially, for next 1 month or 1.5 months, okay, we'll only focus on large cap or giants. Okay. Giant is basically who has a very huge capital, more than 5 lakh crore, right? It is very difficult to manipulate those stocks. And large cap, which is more than 1 lakh crore capital, market cap, right? Is it clear? Now, one session, in the free session, I ask, okay, somebody is doing very good profit. Okay, बहुत ज्यादा अच्छा profit growth है उसका. Profit growth I'm saying, right? Profit growth is very good. Sales growth is very good. Promoter holding 75% है, right? ठीक है, sales growth अच्छा है. Okay, it is 5-year-old company, more than 5-year-old company. All 5 is profitable. Not a single month, single year, it is make a loss. Okay. Do you think, what do you suggest? Every parameter is good, fundamental is good. Promoter को 75% stake है, मतलब it is, I am owning my own company by 75%. Okay. Should I buy it? Profit growth अच्छा है, sales growth अच्छा है, promoter holding 75% है, 5-year-old company है, every single year it made a profit, not a single month or single quarter they have made a loss. Should
I
I buy
remember
this
this
company?
example from your other class, sir.
Yeah, same. But then somebody are new, no? So I'm just repeating.
Yeah, that's why I'm not saying anything.
No problem. So those who have not attended, those who are very new, honestly I can say कि if all these parameters mapping, buy कर लोगे आप? Will you buy? Those who are not there, kindly tell me. Will you buy? अंकिता मैम?
it should be at proper valuation.
प्रॉपर वैल्यूएशन अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा है, राइट? प्रॉफिट ग्रोथ अच्छा है, उसके
Future,
सामने आपको 20% डिस्काउंट में मिल है, चलो। और
उसका फ्यूचर भी होना चाहिए। अभी
फ्यूचर भी
नो
अच्छा है,
कैस
फ्यूचर भी अच्छा है। कंपनी इज इन सेमीकंडक्टर, चलो, और डेटा सेंटर और एआई में। अब बताओ, बताइए क्या होगा?
वो जो पर्टिकुलर सेक्टर में है
सेक्टर भी
उस
बहुत ज्यादा ग्रो हो रहा है, सेक्टर का फ्यूचर भी बोला ना, डेटा सेंटर है, एआई है,
बट
ग्रीन एनर्जी है।
उसमें भी वो अट्रैक्टिव वैल्यूएशन पे होना चाहिए।
मैंने बोला कि सेल्स ग्रोथ अच्छा हो रहा है, क्रिटिक वैल्यूएशन भी है, 20% डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है। उसका जो फंडामेंटल टेक्निकल एनालिसिस फंडामेंटल करना है वो भी अच्छा, आपके फेवरेबल प्राइस है।
Sir, market capital. If the market capital is not large enough, then manipulation is
सही
possible.
जवाब, सही जवाब। मार्केट कैप, मार्केट कैप क्या होता है? प्रॉफिटेबल है, प्रॉफिट परसेंटेज 75%, ये सब कुछ है। अगर मार्केट कैप ही 200 करोड़ है, करेक्ट, इट कैन बी इजीली मैनिपुलेटेड, राइट? All the balance sheet, all the numbers, you have 2 crore, 3 crore, 5 crore or 50 lakhs of profit, you can easily manipulate that, right? So that is why I say कि always, whenever you're entering, okay, take a safe bet. Maybe first principle, protect your capital. Invest in good quality stocks. Okay. Make your risk appetite, right? Now I can give number of examples, but suppose you are a good swimmer now. But some point in time, you may have learned it, right? आपको पानी में जाने से डर लगा होगा, आपके पेरेंट्स ने या आपने खुद ने जब किया होगा, ठीक है? यू आर अ वेरी गुड स्विमर टुडे, राइट? लेकिन पहले भी आपने धीरे धीरे सीखा होगा, राइट? यू बिकम, व्हाट वाज द ऑब्जेक्टिव? इफ आई डोंट नो हाउ टू स्विम, आई एम ओके, बट आई शुड, क्या होना चाहिए? मेरा लाइफ होना चाहिए, राइट? लाइफ रहेगा, जान है तो जान है, राइट? इफ आई एम अलाइव, आई विल बी एबल टू स्विम टुमारो ऑल्सो, करेक्ट? So staying in the pitch is more important, right? Rather than making a profit. Okay, you should invest in a reasonably very good companies. Okay, to make sure that you may get less return, but risk is too low, right? Risk is also low. Risk is not zero. You cannot avoid the risk, but risk should be low. The prime objective is that you should buy the good quality companies at the good valuations, good price, and then you should relax. Matlab, after that also it may go down 10%, 20% more depending on the market condition. That is the nature of the market. It may happen. But at least you should not regret, right? Secondly, one thing I'm going to give you is you have, suppose X amount to invest, okay? Or you have 10X to invest, for example, right? So you should invest 5X in large cap, 3X in mid cap, and 2X in small cap. This is usually, I recommend, okay, for the newcomers. Somebody is very good in small cap, they invest 8X in small cap, or even 1X in this, 1X in this, right? Which is all okay. They don't even invest large cap. The people who invest only small cap, the circuit filters stocks, they use circuit. I usually don't recommend those stocks which has a high volatility, high beta. Okay, we'll see all beta and gamma, what exactly the criteria is. But you should always invest in a large cap. See, what I ask you, ChatGPT also, what they suggested, I gave you only small cap and mid cap, right? I asked for only small cap. उसने एक large cap मेरे को दिया. Although your horizon is 5 to 10 years, the age is 25, risk appetite is good. Still, out of this, they give 2 small cap, 1 mid cap, and 1 large cap. Correct? So इससे balance रखो अपने portfolio. Keep the balance, so it will be not great. Don't become too greedy. Don't become too fearful. Okay, take an informed decision. It will help you. Correct. Now, first of all, what exactly you should know? Now there are 5,000 plus stocks. Correct. Minimum. Chalo, I say कि you can. If I tell you write down all the 10 or 20 stocks, you will be able to write 20 stocks, right? कि सर इसका फंडामेंटल देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. ओके, आप बाय कर सकते हो, राइट? दे आर गुड फंडामेंटल कंपनी, राइट? बट यू टू बाय from 5,000 plus stocks. So what you need to do? You need to find out the stock which are good quality stocks, right? So what you do? Suppose you go for a shopping, like for ladies, I'll usually say, आप supermarket में जाते हो, what do you do? Apple, I've seen one reel, right? तो wife husband के साथ जाती है, एक एप्पल लेती है, वो दूसरा हस्बैंड भी उसको बेचारा हेल्प करता है, राइट? दे ऑल्सो ट्राइंग टू हेल्प हर. एक एप्पल लेके तो वो उसको बाजू में रख दे. थर्ड हस्बैंड take out from the basket what she has already selected and give it to her. जो already she has selected. बोलते नहीं, ये बाकी बेकार है, राइट? सो ऑब्जेक्टिव इज दैट हस्बैंड कुछ भी देगा, वैल्यू मत करो उसको, राइट? करेक्ट. डोंट वैल्यू दैट. सो that was the objective for them, right? 1 minute. Okay. ठीक है. So that was what they were thinking about, कि ये कुछ भी करो, मत करो वैल्यू, राइट? So then you will find 20, but out of 5,000 stock, you want to take out maybe 5 or 10 for your investment. So what is that called as? आप करोगे तो क्या करोगे? Filtering, right? You filter the stocks, right? Now I'll give you just brief, and this is what I want you to play with this by Tuesday, Thursday. ठीक है? स्मॉल होमवर्क आते जाएगा, जितना तो आप करोगे. Somebody must be knowing it. जिन्होंने किया था, मैंने ऑलरेडी ये बताया है, right? So those who are new, I'm taking as a fresh. So please, those who are already attended 1 or 2 free sessions, please bear with me because there's some of the new people also there. So I just request, just bear for 1 or 2 sessions. After that, everybody will be something learning which is new, right? So here, screeners. Okay, this screener.com, there are tools. Okay, you want to find any company. What you can do is, suppose if I say, चलो ये कंपनी में ले लेता हूँ, टॉरेंट, राइट? आज ये आया है, ये तो कल का भाव दिखा रहा है मेरे को. आज मार्केट बंद है क्या? नहीं ना? टॉरेंट
नहीं, चालू है.
चालू है, फिर ये क्यों नहीं दिखा रहा है? ये तो कल का ही बात है, क्योंकि मैंने कल ही लिया है इसको. 1.7, हाँ अभी आया है, राइट? दिस इज कल का ही दिख रहा था 1.73, तो माइनस में था, तो मैंने ये बोला कि कल 1200 में तो आई बॉट दिस. ओके, सपोज इफ आई गिवन दिस, राइट? सो यू पुट दिस हियर. ओके, नाउ एवरीबडी लॉग इन इनटू screener.in. जिसने भी नहीं किया है, ओके, गो ऑन टू, यू कैन ज्वाइन फ्रॉम हियर. You can join using your Google profile, okay, or you can create your own account, whichever is okay. It is completely free. What we are using is going to be completely free, so don't worry about it कि क्या होगा, right? So just create an account in Google Screener. You can use using the Google profile or your Facebook account, your anything you can use doing this, right? Now by default anybody can, those who have not logged into Screener up till now, first time किया है, कोई है ऐसा? यस मैम, आपने
नहीं
अभी
किया,
किया?
मैंने नहीं किया, अभी तक नहीं किया सर.
हाँ, वेरी गुड. अंकिता मैम, आप तो
Sir,
मोबाइल पे हो ना आप?
yes, sir.
हाँ, लैपटॉप पे कौन हो? ट्राई
I am
करोगे?
on it. I am
हाँ.
on laptop.
Can you share your screen? I'm going to show you live. Okay, when the new account is there, how does it look? When there is a new account, how does it look? वरना मैं अपना स्क्रीन, आप फुल स्क्रीन शेयर करना, राइट? यू शेयर द होल स्क्रीन. विद्या मैम,
I don't know how to share screen on this, sir.
हाँ, देयर इज जूम के नीचे होगा ना, वो ग्रीन एरो होगा, शेयर करके ग्रीन बटन होगा, वहां पे एक ऐसा एरो लिखा
अच्छा,
होगा,
okay, okay,
उसमें देयर इज ऑप्शन कॉल्ड स्क्रीन. अब
okay.
प्रतुल्य भी स्कूल में होगा ना, तो प्रतुल्य बता सकता है आपको कैसे करने का.
तो नहीं बताती हूँ सर. 1 minute.
हाँ वेरी गुड, ठीक है, चलो आप वहां पे जाओ क्रोम पे. एवरीबडी कैन सी हर स्क्रीन.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
एवरीबडी इज एबल टू सी ना. हाँ
Yes, yes, yes,
ओके,
yes,
चलो.
yes.
Now,
Sir, 1 minute to interrupt.
हाँ
After this login, are you going to take ahead since
no ma'am,
I
10 minutes. Only thing is I'm going to tell you how to create something like this. Only 10 minutes, not more than.
okay, fine, okay.
I'm
So
going
it
to give you
says-
some homework. I'll give you some homework for you to find out what exactly the company is, right? I'm going to give you.
Sir, you will put that into the group, no?
Yeah, I'll put it. I'll put it.
Okay, sir, okay.
You are living right now?
Yes, sir, I have to leave by 11. So I have
11 ना.
to.
What time है मैम? उसके पहले खत्म हो जाए. Wait, मैम, wait.
wait. Sorry.
चलो हो गया, चलेगा, नो प्रॉब्लम. चलो
Shall I cancel or continue?
ना कंटिन्यू करो. आपने प्रतुल्य के उसमें डाला है, लेकिन ठीक है, चलो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है.
इसमें मेरा लॉगिन नहीं है सर उसका.
नो प्रॉब्लम, ठीक है, चलो आपने किया, ठीक है.
हाँ.
नाउ यू पुट इट सर्च कंपनी, राइट? यू पुट विच एवर कंपनी यू वांट टू सर्च ऑन
It
द
says-
राइट हैंड साइड. प्रतुल्य के बाजू विच एवर कंपनी यू वांट टू पुट इट.
It says here itself add companies to watch list.
हाँ ये सर्च कंपनी, सर्च फ्रॉम कंपनी. No, ये नहीं.
अच्छा ये नहीं. Okay.
ऑन द टॉप सर्च फॉर अ कंपनी, प्रतुल्य के
Okay.
बाजू में लिखा है.
I know. हाँ. Okay.
जस्ट राइट एनी कंपनी विच एवर यू वांट टू सी. हाँ ठीक है. SYS.
आ गया. Okay.
ठीक है, ये आ गया.
हाँ.
नाउ कैन यू सी हियर, इफ यू सी हियर, कैन यू सी दिस? आप मेरा विंडो जब देखोगे, और मैं भी कर रहा हूं ना, यहाँ पे देखो क्या आ रहा है. करेक्ट है. सो यू गेट अ मार्केट कैप हियर, यू गेट अ करंट वैल्यू हियर, जो यहाँ से आपको दिखेगा. यू गॉट अ 52 वीक हाई लो. उसका डिविडेंड इल कितना आता है. You got a what is the book value, what is the P ratio, what is the ROC, what is ROE, what is your face value. This is what they are giving, right? Correct. Now suppose you want to add something to it, right? आपको क्या देखना है? If you want to add something, there are many things what you can do is, now since already she has done it, login किया है, मैम अभी इसका ना login आप हटा दो, right?
हाँ,
Just
हाँ.
remove the login. आप लॉग
Log
आउट
out.
कर दो.
Yeah.
करेक्ट.
Yeah.
नाउ गॉट अ क्रेडिट. नाउ यहाँ पे आप screener.in है, ठीक है, यहाँ पे आप जाइए, होम में जाओ, गो टू होम, और सर्च फॉर कंपनी लिख दो. सर्च फॉर कंपनी लिख दो. जस्ट राइट इन्फोसिस अगेन. आगे आ गया, नीचे आ जाता है आपके पास. ठीक है, सेम चीज आ गई. ठीक है, यू गॉट द सेम थिंग, नो डिफरेंस. इफ यू सी हियर, देयर इज नो लॉगिन, राइट? If you see this, there is no login. It is a open account, right? Login नहीं है, right? Get a free account बोला है तो login नहीं है, right? कोई problem नहीं. Now if you say want to edit the ratio, now I want to remove something from here and I want to add something here. So you can add the ratios, मतलब whatever financial issue here, you want to add something or remove something. Now click on edit.
Asking to log in.
करेक्ट, क्योंकि आपको क्या मालूम है, आपने लॉग इन कर दिया, सिंपल है, राइट? यू हैव एडेड 1 or 2 थिंग्स. हाउ डू दे नो कि किसके लॉगिन में मेरे को किसने किया? हिरेन देसाई है, वंदना मैम है, अंकित सर है, अंकुर सर है, आई डोंट नो, राइट? सो दे विल क्रिएट अ लॉगिन, वॉट एवर इज देयर इट विल saved in your profile. Now you log in.
Logged in.
हो गया प्रतुल्य का, क्योंकि आपका पास था उससे ले लिया, राइट? वापस इन्फोसिस करो. बस आप एक ही करोगे, नीचे आ जाएगा. वेरी गुड, ठीक है. अब नाउ यू एडिट रेशियोज. नीचे देखो, दुनिया भर के रेशियोज है यहाँ पे, राइट? ठीक है. You can select any of this. Is ratio is predefined. If you want to do this, or there are certain more also. If you want to add, you can add them also. If you want to remove, you can remove one of them also, right? It depends what exactly you want, right? Whenever you want to do it, I will give you my screenshot. Now everybody understood how to use it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and this is the same thing Now what we'll do is we'll share. Okay, I'm just sharing my screen now. Okay, can you see the screen? Now order may be different. There is no problem. You can always have a different order, whichever the screen, whichever you think it is to be given, which you feel comfortable, what order you want, that is your choice. You can always do this, right? I am giving you this a screener, what I am taking it, right? It can be more, it can be less, whatever you want. You can do it as you want. Okay. It is not a compulsion that you should only do this or you should. Okay. Correct. So I've given you this. You can use, you can make a skinner. You can add some of the more if you think you want something or this. Okay. Why it is important, what is important, we'll take it in next class, right? So when I'll take this. Now, the best part of this is something what you need to do is if you see on the skinner, you on the right hand side, you will get a good, some brief description about the company, what they're doing, what is their business, what are the percentage. Okay. If you go little bit, you get a little bit understanding of this. If you go more, you will see, find what are the things, what are they, that, उनका business कैसे चल रहा है, this is all profile they will get, right? Now request for an update, तो अगर आया तो आपके पास update भी आ जाएगा, right? So whatever you get, you will get it, right? So if you want to do it, अगर आपको edit किसने लिखा है ये नहीं चाहिए, आप अपना edit भी कर सकते हो, right? लेकिन इसको this is just for you to get it the brief about it, कि what exactly you mean, right? The brief about this will give you very snapshot. जैसे हम लड़का लड़की देखने जाते हैं ना, तो तैयार होके अच्छे से मस्त साड़ी वाड़ी पहन के मतलब सूट वूट पहन के आता है, ठीक है, एकदम मेकअप वेकअप करके, तो दिस इज अ स्नैपशॉट, राइट? दिस इज अ फेस, राइट? इंटरनली देन यू टू गो एंड चेक व्हाट एग्जैक्टली ये आपका रेज्यूमे है, राइट? इफ यू गो फॉर अ जॉब, दिस इज योर रेज्यूमे, राइट? व्हाट आई एम शोइंग राइट नाउ, राइट? इट इज अ रेज्यूमे. After that, what exactly you're doing, then it comes to the performance, whether it will do according to the hiring, whether the employee is doing good or bad, or company what you thought is a good or bad, that depends on when you get associated with it, right? अभी तो मैं खाली रिसर्च कर रहा हूँ, मेरे पास आई हैव अपॉर्चुनिटी टू टेक इट इन्फोसिस, आई कैन टेक इट एट टीसीएस, आई कैन गो टू रिलायंस, आई कैन गो टू एलएनटी, आई कैन गो टू HDFC बैंक, ICICI बैंक, डिपेंडिंग ऑन माई क्वालिफिकेशन, राइट? I have all choices to apply everywhere. And company also have all choices to take me or not, right? They will have their own interview process. So what we are doing, we are doing interview process. इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस में चेक कर लो कि हमने पास कौन सी कंपनी में हमको जॉब चाहिए, या फिर वी हैव टू पार्टनर विद दैट कंपनी, राइट? एंड दिस इज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली यू शुड डू, स्नैपशॉट ऑफ द कंपनी, व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट इज लुकिंग, राइट? Now, first criteria, as I told you, what is the first criteria? Suppose there is something called a skinner. Now, best part of the skinner is there are charting and different charting tools are there. Okay, there are different filter criteria, but it is too technical, right? If I tell you charting, I was using charting earlier. मैं वो भी बता देता हूँ. There are so many things. Charting. Okay. If you see my profile, I'll just log in. I'll show you there are already some of the filters are given already, right? Chart screeners can hold. देखो यहाँ पे अभी इससे भी, because now better thing has come in the market. See, it has changed. I've logged in after a very long time, right? So यहाँ पे already यहाँ पे देखो, see, this is already done, right? They have already given this some of the screeners. Now it has become really. अगर मैं sign in कर दूं यहाँ पे, ठीक है? I'll just say I will not remember this also. Let me check if I remember. हाँ, चल गया, ठीक है? So see, this is, can you see here? I don't know इसे ऐसा क्यों बना दिया, एकदम गंदा सा ये बना लिया है, ठीक है? बहुत डार्क दिख रहा है ना, ठीक है? अर्ली रिजल्ट, स्कैन द रिजल्ट, मैं भी चेक करता हूँ. मैंने ऑनेस्टली बहुत टाइम के बाद लॉग इन किया है. आई जस्ट से देयर विल बी समथिंग व्हिच विल बी देयर टू फिल्टर आउट. प्रोफाइल है, प्रोफाइल में होगा शायद.
यूज न्यू चार्ट है वैसे.
नहीं, व्यू चार्ट नहीं, यहाँ पे क्या है, आई वॉन्ट टू डू इट. लेआउट है ना, बहुत डार्क है यहाँ पे, राइट? एनी विच चलो, बट आई जस्ट शो यू हाउ इट इज चार्ट. मैं चेक करूंगा, अभी मैंने बहुत टाइम के बाद इसमें लॉग इन किया. बट इफ यू सी चार्ट और इफ यू से डैशबोर्ड, ओके, कैंडलस्टिक डेली, ओके, this is the chart, chart templates quickly, but I wanted to show something here. Screeners, right? Screeners. हाँ, ये सही. ये शॉर्ट टर्म स्क्रीनर, मेरे लॉगिन में भी कुछ होगा. डैशबोर्ड देखो मेरा. लेट्स सी. दिस इज आई डन RSI. दिस इज लॉन्ग टाइम बैक आई हैव डन, राइट. सो मेरे यहाँ पे देखो, ये क्या अभी उन्होंने बहुत मॉडिफाई कर दिया है. यहाँ पे आपको जो मेरे फिल्टर में सब आ रहा है ना, ये सीधा इसमें आ रहा है, राइट. फ्रॉम हियर इफ आई पुट इट, इट इज शोइंग मी एज अ this thing also, right? Whatever I have made this, now they've modified and make it very user friendly. Earlier it was very, but अगर मैं यहाँ पे इसको करूँ, ठीक है, I don't know how they have done it. Let me see. हाँ, see, can you see this? RSI 14 number, this thing, it requires little bit of technical programming knowledge, right? कि आपका RSI इतना होना चाहिए, ग्रेटर देन ये होना चाहिए, RSI ये होना चाहिए. दिस इज टेक्निकल इंडिकेटर, राइट. This is not fundamental. This is more of a technical chart. 52 YK consecutive 5 days rate candle है. This is more of a technical. So this is one of the thing what you can use. But since I am not a daily trader, मेरे लिए इतना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरत नहीं है इसका, right? So I am going to take this very simple step, okay, on this screener, okay. And if I want to screen this, the best part is that यहाँ पे you don't require, you make your own screener, right? And this type of many screeners I'll be giving it, right? So when you say create a new screen, can you see this? Now you get a query. Now the moment you say query, थोड़ा सा difficult लगेगा. You will find, oh, it is something I don't know, right? But best part is this, the user friendly. Suppose what is our main criteria was there. What is the main criteria? Basic criteria for doing this. What is the basic
market
criteria?
capitalization.
Giants and large cap.
Market capitalization.
Yeah.
Now here
Capitalization.
it is always in crore. When I say 1, it will show 1 crore. If I say this 100, it will be say 100 crore. If I say 1000, it will be 1000 crore, 10,000 crore, 1 lakh crore, right? So I'll just filter it all the companies which are more than 1 lakh crore. So there are 103 companies which are more than 1 lakh crore. Correct? They are all large cap, ultra large cap. Okay. Now if I say I want to see only company which are 5 lakh crore and above market cap, right? There are only 13 companies. They are the top 13 companies which has a more than 5 lakh crore. जिसको 1 lakh crore को भी हिलाना डिफिकल्ट है, बट दिस इज व्हाट यू सी. दिस आर ऑल गुड कंपनीज. इसका फंडामेंटल कोई देखने की जरूरत नहीं है. मतलब नो डाउट देयर आर सर्टेन कंपनीज, उसका चेक करना पड़ता है. टेक्निकल महंगा है, सस्ता है, बट दिस इज वेयर विल फोकस ऑन द कंपनीज which are 1 lakh crore and above, and will filter at least 50,000 plus. Mostly जो अपना ये चलता है, I'll give you all the first indicator. They'll work only, you have to consider only large cap or ultra large cap for this. So this is 50,000 above. There are 293 companies, right? Now this is the company. Now what exactly you will see? 50,000 or chalo, I'll take 1 lakh crore. Will enter more into this. And what else you want to see? और आपको क्या देखना है? प्रॉफिट,
Profit.
प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स, नेट अमाउंट आई एम टेकिंग, राइट? आई एम टेकिंग राइट नाउ नेट अमाउंट. कितना चाहिए? दिस शोज ईयरली प्रॉफिट. तो कितना चाहिए?
30%.
नहीं, परसेंट नहीं है, ये नेट है, आफ्टर टैक्स है, एक्चुअल अमाउंट है. दिस इज नॉट ग्रोथ, दिस इज नॉट परसेंटेज, दिस इज
200 crores.
हाँ,
200 crore.
200 करोड़ ईयरली, सारे के सारी आ जाएगी, राइट? ठीक है. 193 अपना पहले था, 103 कंपनीज, 102. एक कंपनी है, देखो इतनी बड़ी कंपनी है, उसमें भी एक कंपनी है जिसका 200 करोड़ से कम है. अभी देखो वो कंपनी देखनी कौन सी है, राइट? ये लेस देन कर दो, ये आ गया स्विगी. मत इन्वेस्ट करो. समझ में आया? जिसका 1 लाख करोड़ के ऊपर का ये है और प्रॉफिट ही नेगेटिव में है, तो ये इन्वेस्ट नहीं करना. धीरे धीरे हम जाएंगे तब ये स्विगी, जोमेटो, Okay, your Nykaa, I'll go to this and see they are the worst company to invest as of now. ठीक है, अभी 200 करोड़ उस पे चला गया. अब लेट्स सी कि अपने को इतनी सारी कंपनी तो हम इन्वेस्ट नहीं कर सकते, तो मेक इट डायरेक्ट बड़ा सोचो. ठीक है, डोंट थिंक टू स्मॉल, राइट, बड़ा सोचो. फिर भी 84 कंपनी है जिसका 2000 करोड़ के ऊपर प्रॉफिट है ईयरली, राइट. चलो, टू एग्जाम्पल हम लोग ये मारते हैं 365, मतलब एक कंपनी मारते हैं कि रोज का 10 करोड़ कमा रही कैलेंडर ईयर के हिसाब से, राइट. एवरी डे द कंपनी इज अर्निंग 10 करोड़ एवरी डे नेट प्रॉफिट आफ्टर टैक्स. 66 कंपनी आ गई आपके पास, राइट, है ना. चलो, आई विल सी दिस जो 7000 करोड़ कमा रही है, राइट. 40, still there are 42 companies. मतलब there are companies who are earning 20 crores every day, right? Now drastically it will change. 10,000 crore. 37 still companies are there earning almost 25 to 30 crore every day, right? 20 crore profit. 15 कंपनी और भी मिल रही है. जब आपके पास ऐसे ऐसे बड़े बड़े डायमंड पड़े हैं तो क्यों कचरे के पीछे भागने का, करेक्ट. जो कि अपनी वेल्थ नहीं है वो एवरी ईयर इतना दे आर अर्निंग, राइट. 20,000 करोड़ एवरी ईयर दे आर मेकिंग. इज इट अ स्मॉल अमाउंट? नहीं है ना. तो अगर आपको इससे से जेम ऐसे मिल रहे हैं कि जहां पे आपको आपका व्हाट इज योर रिक्वायरमेंट 15-20%, ओके, इफ दे आर एबल टू गिव इट and they will be able to give it, so why you want to do it, right? So percentage profit. Now if you say as sir said, okay, I want to say profit growth. Okay, this I'll keep this profit after tax. I'll just keep a very big amount, so at least I'll say and profit growth is greater than 20%, right? मतलब 20% से ग्रो हो रही है कंपनी, विच इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट, बट स्टिल विल सी कि कौन सी कंपनी है जो 20% से ग्रो. एक कंपनी हो रही है ग्रो जिसके 20,000 करोड़ का प्रॉफिट है एंड ईयर ऑन 20% का ग्रो रहे. ना प्रॉफिट ग्रोथ, यू कैन सी दिस प्रॉफिट ग्रोथ 3 years 5 years, राइट. 5 years आई मार्क. 5 साल से 20% ग्रो हो रही है आपके पास, देखो आ रही. देर आर मोर 8 कंपनीज विच आर कमिंग, तो 5 years से दे आर गोइंग, करेक्ट, एट दिस स्पेस, राइट. प्रॉफिट ग्रोथ हो रहा है. सेल ग्रोथ फॉर 5 years से 20%. अब 20 लिख दो, परसेंट अपने आप ले लेता है. HDFC बैंक एक ही है, राइट. सो इफ यू वांट टू रिमूव दिस यू कैन रिमूव दिस ऑल्सो. मेरे को प्रॉफिट अच्छा हो रहा है और प्रॉफिट सेल्स ग्रोथ हो रहा है, आई एम ओके विद इट. HDFC कह रहा है, राइट. सेल्स ग्रोथ नहीं हो रहा लेकिन प्रॉफिट कर रहा है, दैट मीन्स आई जैसे सेल ग्रोथ 10% आ गया, करेक्ट. सो यू कैन ट्वीक अकॉर्डिंग टू व्हाट यू वांट, राइट. एंड बेसिक थिंग what you need to focus is whether company is profitable, whether company is growing as a profit, whether the sales are growing. Okay, then we go to detail what are the other criteria, what you need to do. Is it clear? I'm just showing you how to filter so you get equal chance to understand what exactly you need to do. You can, this is a tool. As I give you two tools, one is EMI and one is this thing, right? I give you the tool, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Now the third tool I want to make it, which is I will give you only जिसका होमवर्क कंप्लीट होगा. अच्छे स्टूडेंट विल गिव रिवॉर्ड, बुरे स्टूडेंट को कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. दोज वी आर ओनली हियर, ओके, फॉर द टिप्स के यहाँ पे आएगा कुछ खरीद लेंगे, ओके, यू टेल मी आई रिफंड योर फीस राइट अवे, करेक्ट. हर किसको ऐसा है कि यहाँ पे आएंगे, हम लोग बैठेंगे, हम रिकॉर्डिंग देखेंगे, हमको आएगा स्क्रीनशॉट आएगा, वहां पे हम देख लेंगे, बाय कर लेंगे. You will nevertheless, you don't know what is the scene behind it. You will definitely, even if you buy, you don't know, you will buy, but आपको जब सेल करना होगा ना, तो हो सकता है कि आपकी ये कहाँ पे हो जाए, वो सेल हो जाए. आपका सेल हो गया होगा, उसके बाद 10% 20% नीचे भी आएगा एंड यू विल नॉट मेक दिस मनी. ओनली थिंग इज टू वेज लर्न योर सेल्फ, अदरवाइज गिव इट टू प्रोफेशनल, वो मैनेज करें. आपको टेंशन है, आप अपने कमाने में प्राइमरी इनकम पे ध्यान दो. इतना कमाओ कि आपको बोलेगा चल दावे तू मैनेज कर, राइट. क्या आपको क्या लगता है अडानी अपना पैसा मैनेज करता होगा? CFO रखे उन्होंने, उनके पास बहुत पैसा है, अपने पास इतने पैसे नहीं है. सो वी हैव टू मैनेज आवर ओन मनी, करेक्ट. सो इफ यू मैनेज योर मनी इजीली यू कैन डू इट, राइट. ठीक है. So this is something screener I have given you. Next class I am going to take screener in detail and charting in the detail. First understand how to use the tool, right? If you are a barber, you should know how to hold the कैंची and your comb, right? How to cut. You should know that skill. If you know the skill, if you know the tools, then you will be able to trade very easily. You should be very comfortable in doing that, right? आपको हर एक चीज आनी चाहिए and spend maximum time in understanding what are the tools going to give you. Decision will to buying selling. आपको अगर मैं बता सकता तो मैंने आपको अभी एक छोटा सा हिंट दे दिया, राइट? इफ यू वांट टू गो अहेड एंड बाय, रिस्क लेना है तो ले लो, ठीक है. हिरेन ने बाय किया है तो ठीक ही होगा, ठीक है. अब मेरा तो लॉस होगा, तो जब मैं लॉस करूंगा तब बोलूंगा मैंने कब बाय करने के लिए बोला था, राइट? ठीक है. सो और ये आ गया तो बोलूंगा चलो आपने लिया था तो ले लो. एंड आई अंकित सर ने, राइट? अंकित सर फ्रॉम माय लास्ट, he has already started investing using the tool what I explained, and I was very happy to see this कि कोई तो है जो मेरे फ्री लेक्चर से लेके अच्छे स्टॉक फिल्टर करके उन्होंने बाय किया था. अंकित सर आपने ही किया था ना, इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन? या अंकुर सर ने किया था?
No, I don't think so. I think
अंकुर
Ankur sir
सर has
did
done,
share
right?
few things, not me.
It's me, sir.
हाँ यार, ये देखो मैंने ना, आई एम गुड एट नंबर्स, आई एम वेरी बैड एट अल्फाबेट्स, राइट? तो ए से चालू हो गया तो मेरे लगा कि होगा, बट ठीक है. बट बोथ हैव स्पोकन टू मी इन एट ए वेरी गुड लेंथ. मतलब अंकित सर ने भी काफी मेरे से चैट किया हुआ है. अंकुश
Yes.
ऑल्सो डिडंट चैट गुड वे, सो दैट वे इट इज नॉट एन इशू. सो what is that कि he has taken, he wanted to invest, he has already started, maybe he has some already on knowledge, so he is invested, he has taken a good stocks, no doubt about it. एंड इनफैक्ट सर आपको 5-7% प्लस ही होगा आपने जो लिए थे उस टाइम से,
Yes.
ठीक है. सो देन इट इज टेकन अ गुड. तो ये मिलेगा, मतलब ये मौका आज नहीं है, कल वापस मिलेगा. सो इट इज नॉट देयर. एंड माय टेकिंग दिस सेशंस, बिकॉज जितना टाइम मैं लूंगा ना मेरा ही टाइम जाएगा, बिकॉज आई हैव टू कंप्लीट दिस इन 2 वीक, 2 मंथ्स, 3 मंथ्स, ठीक है. अगर जितना मैं अभी टाइम पास यहाँ पे करूंगा मेरा टाइम ज्यादा जाएगा, राइट? सो आई एम एक्चुअली मेकिंग माई लॉस, बट आई वॉन्ट टू मेक श्योर दैट आई वॉन्ट टू बिल्ड वन क्वालिटी इन द इन्वेस्टर विच इज पेशेंस. आपको लगेगा कि 10 दिन हो गया क्या कर रहा है, टाइम पास, ठीक है, कुछ इन्वेस्ट तो बता ही नहीं रहा कैसे करने का है, राइट? दैट इज वेयर यू शुड नो पेशेंस, राइट? सो पेशेंस आपका बिल्ड हो जाएगा, आप स्टेप बाय स्टेप करो. आपका टूल अगर आपके हाथ में आ गया ना, देयर विल बी एम्पल ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज, एम्पल ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटीज. पैसा कम पड़ जाएगा आपको. अंबानी का पूरा पैसा लगा दिया, अडानी का पूरा पैसा लगा दिया, तब भी कम पड़ेगा, राइट? मार्केट इज सो ह्यूज, इट विल एब्सॉर्ब एवरीथिंग. आपको म्यूचुअल फंड का एवरी डे का कलेक्शन कितना है मालूम है आपको? 25,000 करोड़ एवरी डे. आप गूगल में मार्क करके देख लें, इतना इन्वेस्टर है. एंड दिस इज जस्ट कोविड के पहले वी वर ओनली हैविंग 6%, आज 8 से 9% पार्टिसिपेशन है टोटल इक्विटी में. म्यूचुअल फंड हो, इक्विटी है, समथिंग लाइक दिस. एंड यूएस में इट इज 40%. मैच्योर मार्केट है. यहाँ पे वी आर नॉट इवन 20% ऑफ देम. तो आप सोचो कि हाई कितना है. देयर इज अ ह्यूज फ्यूचर. ओनली थिंग इज आपको अगर राइड करना है इसको तो अच्छे से टूल समझ लो. यू शुड नॉट बी डिपेंड ऑन समबडी एल्स फॉर द बेस्ट मिनिमम थिंग. व्हाट माय ऑब्जेक्टिव इज दैट, एंड वी बिल्ड अ कम्युनिटी. मेरे पास टाइम नहीं है यार, कल मेरे पास टाइम नहीं मिलेगा, वंदना मैम के पास टाइम नहीं है, उमेश सर के पास टाइम नहीं है. विल हैव समबडी हु इज वर्किंग ऑन इट, पोस्ट इट इन द ग्रुप. समबडी विल गेट समथिंग. अरे यार अंकित सर ने बोला ना ठीक ठाक होगा, वंदना मैम ने बोला है अच्छा होगा, अमर मैम ने बोला इट इज गुड, okay, let me check it. So at least your filter time, and filter time is required. And then I usually when I put, you see I put a screenshot, I'll show you some of my screenshot on my this thing. I put this screener, I put a chart, I put the envelope, I put the this thing, I put it some of the recording. So at least by looking at this you can see कि यार ये अच्छा नहीं है. By looking at the fundamental you can see, oh this is good, my criteria में बैठ रहा है. Because I may think little risky also, you may think little safe, depending on what exactly you want, right? So I usually put, and this is what I want, at least put 3 screenshot, which is I can easily look at from this. I don't have to go to screen and check again, right? So something you can always look at this. You can have multiple indicators or multiple drawings done in this thing. Different channels will put it. So next class I'm going to take it. Please don't miss next class. I'm going to take screener and I'm going to take a charting. This one, sorry. Forgot. trading view, right? Screener and trading view, both I will take it in little detail, what exactly you can do, what exactly you know to do. अगर if you have little greed, मेरे को इंट्राडे में ही करना है, मेरे को इंट्राडे में 1% लेना है, ठीक है, आई शो यू दैट ऑल्सो. आई विल नॉट रिकमेंड टू डू इट, मेरा वो बिल्कुल ऑब्जेक्टिव नहीं है, बट समथिंग विल सी के हाउ एग्जैक्टली इन अ डे if how the stock is going up or how is stock is going down, on what basis, how you can see very clearly, you can see this. It is called as heat map. ठीक है, so if you have any questions up till now, you can tell me. So tomorrow decided Skinner, that is next class on Thursday, Skinner and
Trade view.
trading view, right? So both the tools, I'll focus on Skinner first because Skinner आपको समझ जरूरी है कि how to filter the stocks. Maybe the whole lecture will go on Skinner only, and then we'll go to technical, because you should know the good stock first, then you can go to technicals whether to buy or not. So you should able to filter what are the good stocks. And जो भी filter मैं दूंगा,
लीला,
मैंने
उसी पे
ऑलरेडी
आप टॉपिक
लास्ट
सेट
क्लास में
करके
दिया हुआ है,
इसके अंदर
ठीक है,
साफ
ऑलरेडी
करोगे
गिवन इन
गाड़ी
लास्ट
से।
क्लास, last batch, ठीक है. So similarly I'll put up this and I'll create one more, so at least you know how to create step by step, correct? So you know how to filter the stock, get the filter down, we'll see all the criteria वहां पे कितने हैं जो आपको bare minimum जानने चाहिए. You should know what are the things what you should know how to use to get the good stock in, right? And then we'll see, suppose I like profit growth more, somebody likes sales growth more, somebody likes return on capital employed more, somebody like EPS more, somebody like PE more. That depends on this and what we see, what is bare minimum we should see. And it's a very huge one. Okay, I'll just give you overview tomorrow and next class for both, and slowly and gradually we'll keep on using these tools because this is going to be our tool for next 6 months, right? So you should, as many as mastery you can do with these tools, it will be better for you. Clear? So anybody has any doubts on till now, whatever you've done? Puja ma'am, on Thursday I'll try to restrict it to till 10 o'clock.
Okay, sir.
ठीक है,
Yeah.
ठीक है. So anybody has any doubts, you can ask, or then we can wind up the session today. ठीक है. So next time पे just try to use skinner.in and I'll just put it on the group कि ये सारा ट्राई करो करने के लिए. मैंने स्क्रीनशॉट डाल ही दिया है, but I'll just try के चेक करो कि वहां पे आपको कैसे दिख रहा है. Try to see how the graphs are there. Try 2-3 options, कुछ ये नहीं होगा, right? Create an account in both, that is more important, right? Whichever your primary account is, make sure that you use it as a different. आप दूसरे अकाउंट भी क्रिएट कर सकते हो, कोई प्रॉब्लम, बट whatever you are doing, it will save you in a profile. ठीक है, आई शो वन ऑफ द गुड स्टॉक्स, 2-3 स्टॉक जब बताऊंगा उसमें ऑलरेडी ड्राइंग मेरी ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है. दैट मींस आई ऑलरेडी डन, इट इज सेव्ड ऑलरेडी इन दिस. ठीक है, तो मेरे को वापस सेव करने की जरूरत नहीं उसमें. ठीक है, चलिए, ओके, सी यू ऑन थर्सडे देन. ओके,
Thank you.
बाय बाय
Thank you, sir.
बाय.
Thank you.